intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
TBV Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
Good morning, TBV. Oh, whoa. That morning puff. That morning puff. Yo, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. That's right. Hashtag TBV Podcast. Wherever hashtags are used. Happy to be back with another one, another blessed day. A little gloomy here in New Jersey. It is 9 a.m. on the East Coast, 6 a.m. on the West. It's about 8 a.m. over in the Central Time and maybe 7 over on the mountain in Calgary. What up? Canada, Toronto, stand up. Francis, what it do? Buenos dias. Alexander, how are you? You late faces. That's if we don't get flagged. If we don't get flagged for that Steve Harvey, that's gonna be the new morning show intro. Cause it's 8 a.m. over here, or actually 9 a.m. over there. Wake your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Real shit is happening while you out here sleeping, man. Early bird gets the worm, man. Don't be in them silk sheets, man. Keep that fighter mentality. Don't be in them silk sheets, man. Let's go, man. Let's get it. So we're here to talk fight week.
What's up?
Oh, he says good morning
what's
after
up,
all.
What's
Hello.
up? Good morning. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to the man upstairs for another episode with y'all and all the family out there. We appreciate you. It's your man Francis reporting live from Toronto, Canada. The 416-905 stand up. We in the building this morning. All my yachties, whether you're in yacht or abroad, big up your damn self. All right. What's going on, Alex Lioness?
Francis, the praying mantis, looked like he about to go in this morning. Got the hoodie on. You know me, I'm feeling the same way. I got the Scully on, feeling like Popeye right now, champ. And then the Mariowski has popped up from the pipe.
Oh, is he alive?
He said, I'm coming through.
He's alive, but he didn't get here quick enough to do a mic check, so he don't even know if his mic on.
You good?
Damn.
You
I'm good.
You
All right,
good.
I'm
What's wrong with
good.
this guy, man? You kidding me or what?
But, gentlemen, obviously we're going to be reviewing and unpacking Relentless. It's a episode on Top Rank's YouTube channel. It's about Terence Bud Crawford, and we will be discussing another piece of content created by Top Rank called Updating the Welterweight Division with Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley, Mark Kriegel, and Andre Ward.
Did you say Kugel?
I said Kruger.
Who the hell is Cougar?
He put Kugel and Kriegel together.
He's having
Made
nightmares
the
over
ultimate
here.
boxing monster.
He having nightmares thinking of freaking Freddy Krueger.
Nah, yo, shout out to Mark Kriegel, bro. I remember when he first came into the game in the whole boxing scene, man. I got to meet him, man. He's a cool ass dude, and he's actually come a long way in his knowledge in the sport. So I'm glad to see he's still doing his thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's doing his thing. If you call sitting around circle jerking and having fun your thing, you know what I mean?
Dear, hold up.
My man put this as the topic of the show, and now he's talking shit about it.
He out here talking about circle.
It's just that.
See what was wrong with it.
It's just that, like, yo, why are they trying so hard, man?
What do you
They
mean?
trying so hard to prop one guy up, talk down about another, equal out things. You know.
Did you watch it?
I
Call you
watched both.
equal face.
I watched both and watched them both today. What am I missing here? You know.
I mean, I felt like they were pretty accurate in what they were saying. I felt like it was pretty, I don't know, standard. I mean, it was everything that
they
we
all
already
pick
do.
Bud. They all pick Bud. That's
But
accurate.
that's okay though.
That's standard.
okay.
But wait a minute.
Yeah,
Let's break it down in
so-
an orderly
so-
fashion, right?
so
Let's
wait a minute,
distinguish
wait a
both
minute.
the shows. Let's go with Relentless. Let's break down the Relentless production and what we thought about that and what was said from the horse's mouth, right? Bud, I actually got to see Bud, and I've seen plenty of interviews, right? But I actually got to see Bud in a different light in this production, in this Relentless videos, and even in other occasions I've seen this side of him, but like he seemed so approachable. He seemed fun.
Are you using that word because that's what they told you he was? They specifically said, "Oh, people think he's not approachable. He is approachable." Like, are you being brainwashed by the freaking
No,
production?
because I actually saw that one second. That's the other segment in the other show when when you said that they were in a circle. I would rather call it siphon, not what you said, but look. You get different feels, obviously, because when you're watching Relentless, you're seeing Bud talk, and what I'm to say about that is that he just seemed more approachable. He seemed fun. He seemed calm behind the camera. I don't know if this is something that's just developed, and from the point where he first was, where everybody really, and you know what, it is true. Everybody said it. He's not approachable. He's a certain way. He's kind of hard to talk to and all this other stuff. But he didn't seem this way in this Relentless.
How's he gonna seem that way to you if he's talking to his fucking friend? That's his friend. They play ping pong together.
Well, you know what? They should have been had a friend
they
on the other
admire
camera,
each other.
so we would have saw this other side of him, because this is the friendly side.
They admire each other. Like, first of all, totally unprofessional. The minute the interview starts, there's a huge embrace. That shows you that we're not being impartial. You are my friend. Here is the love.
It's not that kind of interview.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Of
course not.
Like, that's not
No,
at all.
you're
the
right.
same.
You're right. It's not that kind of interview. You know what this interview was? This was a propping.
Do that? Does he do
I'm
that?
sorry, I couldn't hear you.
When John and Nelson do the face to face,
When who?
Johnny Nelson.
Face to face, bathroom.
That's a completely different style
Dynamic,
interview.
yeah.
They were trying to capture something different. They also don't have the light. Did you see it? Did you see it, Francis?
I watch it all the time. Yeah, the Relentless.
No, I'm talking about the Relentless.
Yeah.
And the lights off. That felt like, what did that feel to you? That felt warm, or did that feel cold, or did it feel like distant? See, that's when they turn the lights off like that. That's the style that they do. It's an intimate style. Like you see it with the movies when they do it. When Chris Van Fleet does his interviews, like people like that on YouTube, they do the same things. Like I mean,
it's like a light spotlight.
Exactly. Like it's a different style news interview. Like you're not supposed to feel like it's the hot lights are on you and you're on the hot seat. Like that's not supposed to how it's feel.
Ah man, my hand been up so long I done forgot what I wanted to fucking
My
say.
bad. I didn't know your hand was
Honestly,
up.
I don't even
thought Chris was
remember.
holding it in his hand.
I'm like, yo, I'm holding the globe here. I don't even remember what I was trying to say at this point.
No,
but
what he
Listen, at this point, let's break it down like it is. Like, let's get more on the Relentless before we go ahead.
That's what I wanted to say. Hold on. So I agree with Francis. Max Kellerman and Johnny Nelson don't do that, and I agree with you, Mario. Yeah, you can throw off the wolves off the scent by saying that it's a different style interview, because it is. Yes, Max Kellerman is intimate, so is Johnny Nelson. But isn't Andre Ward, when he sits down and do the Unguarded or this Relentless, isn't it just him and Crawford wearing black behind a black fucking background? Seems pretty similar to Max Kellerman's face off and Johnny Nelson's gloves are off. But it's neither here nor there. It's semantics. it is
Intimate
the same.
settings they set, with the light.
It's the same, bro. And none of those dudes are giving out hugs and kisses, man. Ain't nobody doing that shit. You know what I mean? Max Kellerman's already sitting waiting for you to get there. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. You know, it's a cipher of friends.
What feel did you get for Bud? That's what I want to know, Ness. Like,
the same one. The same feel.
Got the same feel.
Same feel.
What does that mean? The same feel.
I don't gotta do nothing. I've already accomplished everything. If
If they
don't want to fight me, I can't force them to fight me. We heard that shit before.
Like, I didn't think it was negative. I just felt like I already knew he was a hard worker. I already knew that this road was a trying one. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of it was all good. If I think it was your first time being like introduced to Bud, and I think that's what these were for. Like,
man,
this isn't for us. Man. This isn't for hardcores. This is for the fans that they're trying to get off the jump of this ESPN thing. It's just like the longer you're on ESPN, the more eyes they're gonna eventually see you, and they're trying to reintroduce you each and every time.
It's hypocritical.
You can't say that because casuals Bud don't do interviews.
Listen,
so. But that's exactly why you'd say it, because if he doesn't do interviews, they don't have any reference to him. They don't know anything about him. So every time you put him out, you put him out the exact same time.
But that's for the casuals too, because the casuals don't get an opportunity to get an insight into Bud as well, because he doesn't do interviews.
I mean, he's doing that. He's doing that because
now he's doing it. Yeah.
No, but the casuals know him because of ESPN. You got the machine behind you, and that's what's bothering me, that they're trying to paint this sob story like, oh, this is the greatest fighter that ever lived.
I mean, you can tell.
Can I finish my sentence? This is the greatest fighter that ever lived. He's just as good as Marvin Hagler. He's just as good as Roberto Duran, but he can't get the fights. They went as far. They went as far as calling him in one of those 2 episodes as saying that he's the most feared welterweight. They said, and it's like, word. You know what I mean? Like, I just think they're going overboard, and you don't have to. You don't have to. He literally discredited Earl for beating Kell Brook, but then gave Crawford credit for going overseas. Like, because he brushes over the fact that Earl beat Kell Brook, and Ward. He brushes over the fact that Earl beat Kell Brook, but then gives Terence roses for going overseas and winning his title versus Ricky Burns, which wasn't a knockout, right? Turns around and says, hey, they complained that it wasn't a knockout, but you can see he's carrying his power to welterweight. Now he's knocking guys out, and he's going to fight Kell Brook. Oh, the guy that you aren't giving Earl credit for. All of a sudden, he's good enough for Gennady. He's good enough for so-and-so. So he's good enough for Crawford. It's just a lot of propping up, man, and they don't got to do that. Like, that's all. That's my only issue with all of this is a lot of storytelling. Oh, if he could just get to fight the PBC welterweights, Oh, he even mentions it. Who he want to fight? I want to fight Earl. I want to fight Pacquiao. I want to fight Danny. I want to fight Thurman. So it's your fucking promoter not doing the job.
I've been saying this. What's going on with Bob?
In the interview, he tells Ward, yo, I told Bob I didn't want to fight Kell Brook. I wanted Thurman. And he says Todd DeBuff told him, oh, well, Thurman wants $10 million. So that's it. End of story. Keep negotiating. Because those are the names you want. Like, no, they painting this narrative.
Yo, where do you go from 10 million though? Like, you said negotiate, but where do we go from 10 million?
You know where you go? You start to destroy the narrative that we can't do business. Like, why could we only do so? Here's the pressure that they're putting on the picture they're painting.
But why don't you use that same measure on Thurman? Thurman.
Here's the
picture. Pricing himself out.
Here's the picture they're painting for the casual. This guy wants to fight everybody, but they won't fight him. But in reality, he only wants to fight Earl and is willing to negotiate with Earl. Everyone else on PBC is beneath him, and they got to take whatever he offers them. That's what's the truth. That's the truth. You're only willing to negotiate with Earl because you know you're in the B side in that fight. But every
I
other
think
fight,
it's because mostly it's a super fight, and that's
so
major
if you,
negotiation.
So if you telling me that you told Todd DeBuff get you the Thurman fight and he couldn't get it, now you're sitting in front of Andre Ward a week into your fight saying you still want to fight Danny, knowing he might lose. So he's still on your fucking radar, even if he might lose. Hold on.
Well, he said he wants to fight all of those guys still.
No, he mentioned specific names. Hold on, bro. You didn't listen.
Those guys, the top guys.
All right, and that's what I'm trying to prove to you. He's still willing to fight Danny, knowing Danny might lose. He still wants to fight Thurman, knowing Thurman sent the $10 million offer. Because this is
they
all.
also might win this. Danny also might win,
bro,
so I don't know where you're trying to
I don't know what you're trying to do. If you just want to like ruin the conversation, because
ruin the conversation.
Yeah.
Shut up, man.
No,
I'm trying
honestly,
to understand you.
You stopping me for what? Like they might win. Who the fuck is the favorite? Who the fuck is the favorite?
Okay, but that same
they might win.
And
who is they? Who is they? We only talking about Danny fighting Earl, possibly losing, so that Crawford still wants. Who is they? Thurman is still there.
What's wrong with Crawford wanting to fight Danny? That's all I'm saying. You're painting it as like because he might lose and is to lose in your book. That fight doesn't matter.
You're just not computing what I'm saying fast enough. You got a weak process over there. Get your two.
So you got to try to demean me to try to sound
because
smart.
You can't catch up. You can't catch up. I'm not saying that he wants to fight a loser. I'm saying the top-ranked fighter still wants to fight PBC fighters regardless of one already failing negotiations by asking for 10 million. So the guy who asked for 10, he's now telling you in retrospect, after those negotiations failed, on fight week in front of Ward, in front of the world, I still want to fight Thurman. He's also telling you, slow computer, that even if Danny loses on fucking December 5th, he still want to fight Danny, he still want to fight Earl, he still want to fight Pacquiao. But you made me waste my time and say all this again for what? Like,
I'm gonna let TBV fan destroy you.
You ain't get it.
Listen,
you ain't get it.
I watched it, and I think I watched a different one. I saw Tim Bradley. I saw everybody around the table call it the way it is, and the way they said exactly the way I've said it. Earl is out here and he has a game plan on the other side. Like there are opponents to fight on the other side. And when he's finished up the business that he wants to finish up, then, he's going to go over to Crawford. Like that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. And that's exactly what sounds rational in boxing. And I don't understand. Like to me, that's not a bald-faced lie. I guess it's an opinion. You could have a different one, but it's the most logical opinion that there is. Earl is tied up. He has his own agenda. And right now, Crawford, I think, is unfortunately just on the other side. That's all there really is.
Shinobi. Super chats real quick before you go ahead, Mr. Ness. This is Sam Henry. The biggest fight in boxing is Bud versus Spence. But Spence told boxing fans he wants to take the easy route and fight Bud last. Hashtag Bud pound for pound #1. Hashtag duck.
Yeah, listen, the biggest fight to make is Bud, yet we begging for him to fight someone, right? And on that show, Tim Bradley says that this is the biggest name on his resume if he beats him. So how is that the biggest fight in boxing when someone that Earl already destroyed is your biggest fight on your resume? It's not the biggest fight. This is the biggest false in boxing. This is the biggest false in the sense that they want to make you believe this is a big fight without one man doing what he needs to do to be in a big fight. It's the same Mayweather-Pacquiao story. Mayweather was the A side, garnering all the attention, but meanwhile, no, Pacquiao's your nemesis. You running, you ducking, you running, you ducking. And when they fight, wipe them. He needed to do what Mayweather did in order to be on the same level. And that never happened. So then when they fought, it was obvious. Crawford hasn't done what Earl has done. They are diminishing him. First of all, I want to get to what Mario said. We didn't watch the same episode. I heard Tim Bradley say XYZ. No, you heard what Tim Bradley do? Live on camera in front of the world, he let Ward pin him and make him switch his own stance. So Tim was like, nah, Ward, he ain't ducking. They got a plan. Nah, he getting all the belts because he going to be the A side. Yep. And as soon as Ward gave him that look like, Doug, what? You forgot where you work? And he's like, you right, Ward. You right. Nah, you right. He is ducking him. So now all of a sudden gathering all of a sudden gathering the belts.
You're a weirdo.
All of a sudden gathering the belts is ducking Crawford.
You're a weirdo.
So let me ask you something. So that means Pacquiao was ducking Mayweather, right? When Bradley and Pacquiao had 3 fights, and Marquez and Pacquiao had 4 fights, and Pacquiao and Morales had 2 fights, they was ducking Mayweather, right? Because that's what they're saying. 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 That gathering the belts and unifying is ducking another man. That's what they're saying.
But he didn't say duck. He said exactly the way I said it.
No, he
did.
Fact,
I don't even know. I might have accidentally said it verbatim.
You want to know his real words?
That they have other plans.
His real words
and
was
it was that was simple.
No. His real words. His real words.
You took that as duck.
His real words was they are avoiding him. He has an agenda. And Bradley was like, nah, they got a plan. And Ward looks at him and goes, and what that mean, Tim? What that mean, Tim? He like, you right, Ward, you right.
Nah, it was after Ward explained what he was trying to say. Like you make
people
it sound
gonna go
as if,
listen
like,
to it.
Ward
They're gonna go listen to it, man.
Give him a look, and then Bradley, completely changed his stance. That wasn't it at all. Andre Ward explained exactly what he was talking about. He was saying that, I think that Spence has viable options, and he's going to fight those options. And once he's done with those options, he'll be the one to fight Crawford. He'll be the one that's left standing. And
that is what Bradley was saying until Ward said, no, Bradley, that's not him collecting belts. That's him avoiding Crawford.
Nah, he never said that.
Oh, my
champ.
God.
He never said
let's
that.
let Francis talk. We talked enough.
Let's go to the tape. We got the tape. Let's go to the tape. Don't lie.
We talked enough. You sent it?
That was like in the 25-minute video.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can cut it down. Y'all keep talking. Let me see if I can cut it down real quick.
I mean,
it's like in the middle too. It's like 12 minutes maybe.
I got you.
Actually, it might be longer. I don't remember.
Bruh, look. I mean, we don't need too much, We know.
We can't play too much.
We know. Yeah, we can't play too much, but we know that Bradley at the end of the day said what he said.
If he's not fighting Spence, like Dre said, or fighting any of the top welterweights, they saying, "Who are you fighting? You're not fighting anybody."
I don't think any of us.
This is the best name on his resume when he fights him.
Damn, best name on his resume, but Earl ain't the big fish. Okay. Earl is the one that hasn't done enough, but a dude I beat is the best name on your resume. I mean, if I ain't heard the funniest shit in life, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And it's the same people that told you Lomachenko was the top, man. They told you that.
Oh, shit.
So, I don't know.
I mean, you got the super chats. Sam Henry's just jumped off of mine, and I know he had one.
We got I read Sam Henry's. Next one was Shinsi. Says Bud is complacent, has no sense of urgency. Yeah, it comes off like that a little bit. And
Andre Ward said literally said, Indongo, man, he was hyped. How does that help your conversation to say that the dude that I beat was hyped? You mean hyped up?
Yeah, he was hyped up as being somebody, and then
that he wasn't.
When
you use the term
his point
hyped
was
up,
he was making guys look like they were nothing. That was his.
But the problem is when you use the term hyped up, it's followed by wasn't really good. If you're hyped up, you're not what you are believed to be. If you live up to the hype, you are what they said you were. Come on, bruh.
Let's hype up these super chats because there's a lot of them.
Big Super Max comes through and says Porter and DSG. The other is Mean Machine and Kell Brook. So tell me which of those looks like the easy route. Take the cape off, Mario.
Damn.
No, but they out here giving credit for undefeated Postal. Yo, wasn't Postal undefeated? People forget at that time that he was undefeated, People thought it was going to be a tough fight. It's just Terence made it look easy. They try to gloss over everything. Go back to the docks where you belong. Come on, bruh.
I mean, Ramirez didn't look too. That made that fight look a lot better.
Let's not forget about
you don't give Postal
it made that fight look a lot better
at that time.
Okay.
I mean, you could say, okay. So what am I gonna say? I'm gonna say, Danny Garcia beat Lucas Matisse, the guy that's lost every single fight that he's fought since. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're taking it out of the pure view of what was going on at the time.
I'm not
like,
even
that's,
going that
that's
far.
your problem.
I'm gonna stay into the interview. I'm gonna stay into the interview and the fact that Andre Ward himself said that that Josh Taylor, who fought Postal, that Ramirez, who fought Postal, should both stay away from Crawford. Right. So what are you telling me? So you telling me that the dude that Postal lost to is what exactly? Like, or rather, Ramirez beat, right? It's like Postal, he still lost to Ramirez, and they're still saying Ramirez ain't even on his level. You see what I'm saying? So they be killing their own argument. In one sentence, they propping somebody up to only break them down in the next. That's all I'm saying.
You break down. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you, Ness, that it wasn't flavored towards, the top rank, Stable and Crawford to make him look good and all that. I mean, you are right. That's his friend. But, looking into that, it was good to see him in a friendly matter. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, as far as PR is concerned and people like in that aspect, right? Just talking about that, just him as a person and the way I saw him behind the camera this time, I got a better sense of that other side that,
okay,
everybody on the inside.
What he said to make you feel all warm and fuzzy.
I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as all that, but to tell you that, he didn't seem bland, and I know that you understand because you know what I'm talking about. So I want you to express to the people listening that is true. In most interviews that you've seen him, he's pretty direct with his answers. He seems to just punch him out instead of kind of flowing into a conversation in a camera. He seems like he seems like he's pushed into doing his interviews. He doesn't want to do them, And in this one, he felt, to me, behind the camera, a lot loose. It was friendly, like you said. It must have been because Andre Ward is his friend also, and supports him as a fighter and as a friend. But it was also good to see that, and maybe it's just a matter of time before we actually get to see this Bud all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I like this Bud. He's to me, he's an American, like an American man's man type of thing. Got the family. He's a family man. You never hear him fucking going out to parties or cheating or doing anything crazy. Like, he's like an all-American. You know what I'm saying? And it was just that distant, gap between the public and the media that was kind of keeping him away from really super blowing up in a sense, right? Because he's done his numbers as well. But I just like that. And I'm speaking to Relentless. Now, switching over to the other program, which if I forget what the name of the actual program was, what is it? Updating the welter division. It's Top Rank show. I forget the name of the boxing. But, yeah, at times you get the same sense that these guys are just trying to, promote, and big up the top ranked fighter. But a lot of the stuff was true too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might not, even when you clown him when they say that Kell Brook is going to be the the number one guy on his list. Like, okay, yeah, Earl's done more, and Danny has done more in the welterweight division. But I liked what he said too. He's like, as a whole, as a fighter, he's done a lot more than these guys. He's gone up through 3 divisions. He's been undisputed. You know what I'm saying? So as a whole, he's done a lot. He's moved up in weight. You know what I'm saying? And he pointed out a lot of good points. Being as that Earl, fought at 152 in the amateurs. Porter fought at 165. All big guys coming down. And he's the guy moving up. So give him a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? This is technically a guy that's moving up the divisions, and not sucking his way down. So
more sob story now. Now we gotta give him credit because he's moving up.
No, not sob story, champion. Just saying, it's true that I can't ignore.
Everybody wants to paint some narrative for Bud, man. Just put him in a fucking fight that we want. That's all. Name one fight that he had that you wanted. Which one did you ask for? Which fight on his resume did you sit around with your girl and invite people over? Man, stop lying. Y'all a bunch of fucking liars. Not just you. Everybody listening. Acting like... No, man, it's a lie. That's a lie. We never got excited. Maybe Gamboa. That's the only fight we maybe got excited about. Stop
Nah, come on. You
lying.
got excited for Benavidez, even though it was a.
You crazy, man. You
got excited.
Listen to me.
You got excited.
You as a casual fan got excited.
No. I mean, not as a fight.
You as a casual
but did you
fan.
get excited because of the drama and all that other stuff?
Hell no. Hell no. Go listen to my shows. We knew damn well and good my man was shot in his leg and he was fucking one leg freaking whatever you want to call him. Get out of here, man. Stop with the lies. That's what I'm saying. There's so many lies, bro. Why do we have to lie? And if we lying for one, let's lie for everybody. Let's lie for everybody.
Nope.
Yo, Noah G. Dallas says, we all see how bad Bud wants PBC fighters. Bob says no, and Bud just says, okay.
Exactly.
Get the F out of here. No urgency at all from Bud. If Bud extends contract, it's over.
Listen. Yo, you want a PBC fighter? Yeah. All right, we can't make that fight. Here, take 3.5. All right, that's it. He don't care who he fighting. He getting that mandatory. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care. He's comfortable.
Yo.
He's comfortable telling you, I done this, I done that. They ducking me. They avoiding me. He's comfortable.
Yo, Shin C says, Ward insinuated nicely that Earl is ducking.
Ward, Deontay Wilder accepted a flat fee. Remember, everybody likes to call him all these names. He accepted one of those flat fees, man. That's how desperately he wanted the big fight. You see, people, they just don't respect. They just don't respect. It's hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I put the thing in the pre-pro. You see it?
Okay.
Yeah. I had to go chop it up real quick.
Call you choppity chop. T Plums 101 says, y'all forgot Bob saying Bud should go to the PBC. Really? He should go to the PBC. Bob said that.
Bob saying that.
I don't know about that, champion.
Let me play this audio, man.
It's been a couple of years since we've been asking this fight, and it hasn't happened yet, and it hasn't happened since. But it's not going to happen because they have their own agenda on the other side.
Yeah, it's called money.
They have their own agenda. They have all the welterweights.
And I wish you could see Tim's face and how he rolled his eyes. I want you guys to open this up and look at it too, because, I'm sure Myra's just going to jump on it instead of looking at the actual video. Watch how Tim rolls his fucking eyes when Kriegel says, yeah, they want money. And Tim is like, man, shut your ass up. You ain't even a fighter. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And he's going to continue to say this and talk in that manner, in that tone, until Ward big brothers his ass. Watch this.
There, man.
I'm gonna
they're
say
gonna
this.
fight. They're gonna fight each other first. The winners, they're just gonna step up and fight Terence Crawford.
I clearly
Trust
see
me.
the game plan and I respect it. I do. I'm not mad at it. All I'm saying is.
And look at Ward's little condescending. I see the game and I respect it with a smile, but as to say, it's a game. It's a game. Well, you can choose to interpret it too. You're a host. You're a host of one of the biggest podcasts. Be that. Show them some entertainment. They can't see Ward. Tell them. Tell them. He's mad at me for giving my interpretation. Won't you give yours? Give your opinion.
My interpretation is on face value. You're trying to take every little grain that you can from every single part.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes you do that, and guess what? You put somebody in a narrative that they don't deserve to be in.
Okay.
You look beyond what is being said on face value.
Maybe.
If I say I love the boxing voice, but then you look at, some crinkle in my eye and you make it to be something that it's not, like that's on you. That's not on them. Like they can't, you're trying to have a conversation with them after the fact, after they've already went, and now you trying to dictate and determine
Did Bradley
what was
roll
said,
his eyes?
but not what was said, how it was said.
Did Bradley roll his eyes? Go into it.
Sure.
Oh, okay,
Just
then.
like you would do in a debate when somebody doesn't agree with you on face value. You're like, well, you don't agree? What the fuck? But then they got to a point where they understand what they're saying. And I think Ward breaks it down beautifully.
Ward put him in a point. You mean Ward put him in a point. Oh, okay. Well, let's finish hearing how Ward puts Bradley in his place.
Plan and I respect it. I do. I'm not mad at it. All I'm saying is if two fighters want to fight, all of a sudden that two-side thing, that line starts to dissipate a little bit. Either side starts to figure it out.
And it will.
Hello. So what does that tell?
Either side starts to figure it out.
Hence what? Breaking out a contract?
And guess what he says? Hello, Tyson Fury, right? Again, not giving the real man the credit, right? Because truth be told, Wilder the one told Fury, get back in shape, get your fat ass in the ring. Wilder's the one gave Fury the opportunity. Wilder's the one gave Fury the rematch when it was a draw. But he says, oh, when two men want to fight, it'll happen. Hello, Tyson Fury. But you telling me I'm painting a narrative that he's not a top-ranked guy. But okay, we'll keep playing the tape.
He said hello, Tyson Fury. Like,
yeah, hello, Tyson Fury. Like, Tyson was the one to make the Wilder fight happen. Like, it ain't Wilder giving him an opportunity. Like, it wasn't Wilder who gave him a rematch that wasn't even there no more after the draw null and voided the contract. Little things that they don't want to say about the PBC people to make their people look better. That's all I'm showing you. That's it. I know you don't like that.
Who called who out in that Deontay Wilder and Fury saga?
Wilder called out Fury. Fury came to America, you was there. Fury came to America, you was there. He got in the ring, but he never fought Wilder. That was 2016. That was 2016. Then Wilder again said, get your ass in shape and I'll give you a shot. So let's go.
Real quick. Let's go, champ. Let's go to Sam Henry. Says, who is picking Earl to beat Terence on the panel? Well, we're going to have to wait for those picks, champy.
Wouldn't you want to know?
Big Super Max on the return. Ness said it, best fighters gotta be entertainers too, and that's always been true.
That's it. Floyd was an entertainer, man. He was an entertainer. But let's go back to the tape, man. Let's go
last one.
Yeah, real quick. Mike Wary the Great, but has yet to be in a 50-50 fight. Not excited. Damn. This is what?
Not one fight on his resume was 50-50. At least people will tell you that Porter Earl was like 60-40, 65-35, 45-55. You know, something close. Something close. We knew that was going to be close. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be real back to the tape.
Figure it out.
And it will.
Hello.
So what does Tyson that tell you? And it will. It will.
What does that tell you? Somebody doesn't want to fight, or at least right.
See that? See that disrespectful shit? And this is what I'm saying. You as a one-time fighter, like...
Rewind it.
A little sneak this. It's a little sneak this. You didn't hear it?
You as a one-time fighter. You as a one-time fighter who was also put in this situation, right? One of my biggest interviews is with Andre Ward where he says, Gennady, stop lying to the people. And what is he telling Gennady to stop lying about? About the fact that you really wanted to fucking fight me, you liar. We offered you to fight. You ain't want it. Stop lying to the people, he says. So now why are you lying to the people? Why are you trying to insinuate, paint a narrative that Mario said he didn't, but you hear it out the horse's mouth, that one guy doesn't want to fight the other. It's so funny.
He didn't even say who, though.
When Manny Pacquiao is with Top Rank and collecting all the belts and he's the cash cow, he's not ducking Floyd. He's just doing his thing. All the welterweights are on Pacquiao's side. He's just doing his thing. Now Earl is doing that. All the welterweights are on PBC side. He's ducking. But he's the one fighting the top 10 opposition, but he's ducking.
I think the one part too that needs to get put in context is they were talking about Floyd Mayweather, right? And how that's the like epitome of, you know, welterweight greatness. And that Floyd got to a point where he could fight anybody because, I mean, they didn't say he fought everybody, but basically saying like he had 2 decades. He had the decade where he earned every single facet of what he got the hard way. And then he had another decade where it was him showing he was the best at the top. And I think that what he's trying to put in perspective and what this whole argument is based around is that have these guys put themselves in a situation where they can fight anybody. And he said no with Terence. They all overwhelmingly said no. In fact, I think they even said he's Lomachenko without anybody to fight. Like, they put it plainly that Terence Crawford could be one of the greatest fighters of all time, but we don't know because he's not fighting these people. And that's exactly what I would want to hear them say.
So, Mario, wouldn't it be better for them to be in that position of power to tell their audience, well, if Bud just followed the Floyd Mayweather blueprint and decided to take less money and put on different gloves and be that B-side like Floyd was to Oscar, he can put himself in a better position to get to the very same conversation that we're having where they said Floyd fought who he had to fight to be able to pick his fights. But they don't want to tell the truth. They want to blame it on the other side instead of fucking telling the truth.
No, listen, I'll just say real quick, I think you take what you take from this. Like, I took this completely different the way than you took it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, they achieved what you wanted them to achieve. You know what I'm saying? I watched the whole thing,
Spread
and maybe the
narratives.
difference is I watched it right before the show too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, maybe you watched it way earlier, but I watched it right before the show. So like, I got to, interpret it right on the spot. I'm listening to what they're saying. I felt like I got what you wanted from it.
Let me go back to the snippet, man. It's words here that need to be heard, man.
And it will.
What does that tell you? Somebody doesn't want to fight, or at least not right now. I'm saying just.
Now, I want you to look at that as my panelists. I'm actually going to screen share this and just show that little clip so you can see all the faces that Bradley makes that Mario wants me not to interpret. Look at his face at the pause mark. He says, what do you mean? Wait, whoa.
I didn't say don't interpret. I said interpret them in the context of a debate.
Thank you. That's what he says in his sentence right here that I'm going to rewind. He says, wait, what do you mean? Wait, whoa. When he says someone doesn't want to fight. But let me just screen share how that looks. Just his face that Mario says facial expressions don't mean nothing. Oh, I want to be an expert at this and that. Here we go. This is his
I didn't say
face.
they don't mean anything. I said they don't mean exactly what you want them to mean.
Look at that face. Whoa, Dre. Whoa. What the hell? But let's go back. Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah, keep rolling.
What does that tell you? Somebody doesn't want to fight, or at least.
Look at his face. Somebody
Bro,
doesn't want to
same
fight.
Spots.
No, I'm backing it up so the world could see Bradley's face, dog, not just you, greedy.
Not right now. I'm saying just not.
Look, he even fucking exhaled that his cheeks look like a hand. He said, "Whoa,
Boomerang."
Come on, champ. Let's stop. Let's stop the BS, man. We need to stop lying, man. Let's just stop lying. If we all told the truth, we'd be in a better place, man. A better place, man. The man needs to fight someone. A live body. This dude hasn't even been at welterweight in over 3 years. They haven't said that one time. During neither of these shits, they didn't say that one time. Come on, bruv. Kidding me with that. Let's go to the tape.
To your point,
you saying Spence don't want to fight? Man, listen to me.
Timmy.
Look at that. You saying Spence don't want to fight? Man, listen to me. But he about to change his whole tone of voice when War get big brother on him. Here we go.
No.
Timmy, I'm not trying for the headlines.
Look, Timmy. Sundom. Timmy.
Let him play, dog.
Timmy. He called him Tiny Tim live on television.
Nah, I said Tiny Tim.
My man said
Timmy.
Dog. Everybody knows Tiny Tim.
Timmy.
Everybody knows Tiny Tim from A Christmas Story. It was Timmy, dog. Like you Timmy. When you Timmy, you little. You little Tim. You ain't big Tim.
Timmy.
You ain't fucking Timothy.
You little Tim.
You ain't Timothy. Stay in your lane.
You breaking down
Stay in your
8
lane,
words.
Timmy.
Yo,
For like 20 minutes.
Stay in your lane.
No, but Mario,
Timmy.
those makes they mean something, man. They mean
They
something
mean
because
the
they
same
tell a
thing
part of.
Mario always
no,
wanna be
because
on the opposite side. That's what he loves.
Can I tell you something?
I'm waiting for the rest of it to play.
Hold on, Mario. Were you here? Hold on, Doom. Were you here when we were interviewing Gillet?
Nah, I missed
Gillet Jang? No, Mario, were you here?
Yeah, I was here.
Right. Do you remember when this trainer or one of his managers was saying that when he's speaking Mandarin, that he can say the same word, but based on the tone, that it means something different, and then he ran into that same problem when he was taking a cab or something like that.
This is all tones.
This isn't the same situation. Like the tone in which Ward used kind of gave it away. You know what I'm saying?
The only problem with that is his manager specifically said that unlike English, this is how it works. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a little different for me, and I get what you're saying, and I get the point. I feel like though they were debating a separate issue and Ward clears it all up. That's it. I feel like in like 10 seconds we're gonna hear Ward clear his whole debate up, because I don't think he's being as rough as Ness is making it sound.
I think that. Look, they're eventually all gonna fight, man. When I mean all, it's gonna be Crawford's gonna have to fight. There is no going down or fighting this new up and coming guy. No, he has to fight the top guys now. He's at that point in his career. And whatever you want to call it, I think that, as if you want to look at it through a manager and promotional perspective, like even though he's gotten a lot of crap for not having the dance partner, he's had decent fights, man, with decent opponents. It's not like he's just been totally been fed trash cans here. He's had good wins, and I think that his body's been preserved. He hasn't taken beatings. So now that he's gonna fight these top guys, I think that I mean, I can't say for sure, but I could say this, that he hasn't taken as much punishment as the other guys that've been facing, I guess each other at the top 5. Like, Porter's been in some wars, Danny's been in some wars, Earl's been in some wars. So the only question I have is that, not having been in those wars, is that going to give him the advantage as far as him being, still in good physicality, not punished? His body hasn't received much punishment, or is he not going to be ready for that type of Sean Porter type of heat? You know what I'm saying? Because he's had such ease. Or maybe that just tells the tale of greatness, making guys look bad all the time. Huh?
You see he left Sean Porter off the list. You see that. You see he left Sean Porter off the list. He want to fight everybody but Porter. He know that's a dog fight.
Everybody knows that's
Velasquez. That's Velasquez on steroids times 10, all right? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to put him in there. Put him in there with Porter. Let's go. Porter's a pay-per-view. He just did a pay-per-view with Earl. What's wrong with Porter? He just beat Formella. He's the mandatory. You could just be the guy next. All you gotta do is beat Porter. You earned that position. You there. You do what Dillian White said. Dillian White was always a top heavyweight, but what he said, I'd rather take that mandatory position so there's no rematch calls and I get a specific split. Simple. But I know Dillian White wasn't a champion where Crawford is. It's a little bit different slightly, obviously. But, man, come on.
Yo, public service announcement. You already know what time of day it is. It's Francis coming with the public service announcement. First off, I just want to thank you, the Boxing Voice fans, supporters, listeners, watchers, and family all over the world. We appreciate everything that you do to help us grow. Just like every day we come and we ask you, just to remind you, to hit that subscribe button. It helps us to grow. And definitely hit the thumbs up button because it helps with the visibility of the show. Lets YouTube know what the hell we doing over here and that you enjoy it. Right. Also, you got to remember, we got 500 plus in the house right now. And I want y'all to go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. We only have 113 thumbs up. Let's get it to a round number of 200 for right now. Also, go ahead and do the same thing and hit that subscribe button. That red button just right below. Where you at? Right below. Check out that. Hit that subscribe button.
Call you subscribage? How many subscribage do we have, Ness? Is there a drum roll?
These Crawford fans don't want him in a real fight so bad, right? Now check it out. When Thurman wanted to fight Bud, he outpriced himself. He won $10 million. He coming off a loss to Pacquiao. He was out for 2 years. He's injured. He don't prove nothing, right? Now, today, Crawford says he wants to fight Thurman, Danny, Pacquiao, and Earl. It's all good. I say fight Sean. They like, oh, now everybody wants us to fight Porter. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody wants us to fight Porter. So wait a minute. Before Crawford took claim on a fight with Thurman, less than 24 hours ago, y'all said Thurman was washed up and done, and it proved nothing. It meant nothing for Crawford to get in there. When I said, yo, he's the one that's done the most pay-per-views. No, that was Pacquiao. Now all of a sudden, Thurman's good. The one that isn't good anymore is Sean Porter. Y'all some ducks. It's his fans that's ducks. His fans don't want him in the real fight. They'd rather tell you how Kell Brook magically is going to be a welterweight on Saturday night.
Listen, if you search the internet, you can definitely see that I am on record as saying that there's no way that Thurman can price himself out. And if he did so-called price himself out, it's called negotiation. Negotiate. That's a name to have on your resume, and it's the right time to fight somebody like that. I don't really understand why they wouldn't try to make the fight happen.
But let's go back to this tape, man.
Ooh, you saying Spence don't want to fight? Man, listen to me.
Mario, right here. You gotta wait for him.
Oh, we gonna wait for Marioski?
Call him Marioski.
We got a super chat.
Let's go with Jimmy Mendy. Jimmy, not Timmy. The truth is, Earl Spence Jr. was the one that stared with the quote-unquote side of the streets. Shenanigans like promoters can't work together. He doesn't want it.
He meant to say started with the side of the street.
Okay, so let's do that again then. The truth is Earl Spence Jr. was the one that started with the side of the streets, quote unquote. Okay, shenanigans like promoters can't work together. He doesn't want it. So who doesn't want it? Earl?
So this is my rebuttal to that. This is my rebuttal to that, right? Earl doesn't want it, right? And Bud, does he want it? Because
he said bet $1 million. I think he do want it.
Okay, so but he only wants the Earl fight. That's what I continue to say. Because when Thurman tried to negotiate, it was too much, but now all of a sudden you want Thurman. When you send Danny an offer, you sent them a flat fee, but now all of a sudden Danny's in a fight with Earl, you want to fight Danny. When Pacquiao was on your side of the street, they couldn't make that fight happen either, but now all of a sudden you want Pacquiao. So you know, I'm just lost.
You always want to pack. Yeah, you know what it is that, look, you made a good point because, a little while ago, he was saying that, and I'm in Crawford, he was saying that, they wouldn't give him credit, for Thurman because of his injuries and stuff like that. And he was talking along those lines. And now, he did say that he would want to fight him.
Because he said that, it caused all his little little minions to say, all the budtenders to start saying how bad Thurman was, how washed up he was. Now all of a sudden Thurman's good. It's Sean that's no good. I love it. I mean,
I listen, and I get your frustration, because the one point that I know you've been trying to make, but I felt you hadn't made it up until right now, is the idea that it's unfair that Spence is put in situations where he could lose his opportunity to get to the Crawford point, while Crawford is put in situations where I'm not going to say he's got an easy road or he's got an easier road, perceived road to that Spence fight eventually. And so I do get that. I do get that concept. I do get why that's frustrating. Spence is fighting the better opposition and makes it tougher on him. And I get that.
Back to the tape now that Marioski is here.
Timmy, I'm not trying for the headlines. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that they have a game plan right now.
Look, why? Why can't you just say they have a game plan? No, they have.
He said, I agree with you.
But he also laughed at the game plan. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you funny, bro.
Mario, he chuckled. You didn't see the chuckle, Mario?
I heard the chuckle. I heard the chuckle, but I heard the
does, bro. Like, I don't understand you sometimes. I don't
know why you don't take that at face value.
Please,
he said what he said.
Please, try to walk with me here. Try to walk with me here. We're just going. You and I are just going into a heated conversation. You believe one thing, I believe another. So now when I'm breaking down what it is that you believe, I chuckle. Why are you wasting airtime having me explain shit that you should fucking see, dog?
I think this
everyone else sees it, and you're sitting here like, no, that's not it. Francis keeps.
I heard what the man said.
Hey, it was what Ness is trying to say is that Dre was trying to give him the clue, like get a clue, bro. Like you know what it is. You know what it is. That.
Me, you, Francis see it. Mario says no, that we think we're body language experts.
So wait a minute. Let the conversation continue so we can get more sustenance to this.
I'm going back.
Vince don't want to fight. Man, listen to me.
Timmy, I'm not trying for the head.
Timmy.
Bro,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that they have a game plan right now.
They have a game plan right now.
It's working, so he doesn't want to fight.
And then look at the still shot. Let me back this up so you can see what happens there. Let me show you what happens.
He gave him the look like, yo, we've had these conversations behind the camera. Like, stop
exactly.
Let me show you this.
That's the look you gave him.
Let me show you this, guys. Let me show you when Ward laughs, they show Kriegel, and he's deep in laughter. Come on, it's like, Timmy, stop going out of the script. Watch this.
I'm saying that they have a game plan right now, and it's working. So he doesn't.
Look at Kriegel. The biggest laugh on the panel was Kriegel, but no, I'm too much into it. Cool, it's me. Let's get back to the tape.
Him right now. That's clear. If he did, they would be working on making the fight.
Look, he says he doesn't want him right now. If he did, they would be clear on making the fight. Last thing I checked, Bob Arum said, we are not talking to Al about Crawford and Earl until we're done with Fury and Wilder. And they not done. I'm reading headlines, Wilder suing. So what are we talking about here? Bob Arum said, We ain't even sat down with Al on this show when we asked him. He ain't even sat down with Al, and he don't plan to talk about Crawford Earl until Wilder Fury's done. So what are we talking about here? But you saying one side don't want it because he's out here unifying. The same shit you giving the other dude credit for when he did it at a division below. This guy don't get no credit. Okay, let's go back to the tape.
If he did, they would be working on making the fight. Am I off by saying that?
You're right.
No, you're right. All of a sudden, my energy's done. You're right. So Earl is in the driver's seat.
What was his expression?
So wait a minute. So, look at the still shot. He's got to hold his fucking face from laughter. Look at it. He's biting his lips. Okay? But listen.
I need to see him.
But listen. So Earl is in the driver's seat. So Earl could just tell Al, call Bob, make the fight happen, and Bob is going to say, yes, the time is now, even though they just told us December 19th was not a good time, and that the television, both ESPN and Fox, said it's not a good time. So what does that mean?
Look after my investment.
Exactly. What does that mean? That Bob would need to first talk to Al and say, okay, you want to make this fight? Let me contact ESPN and see which date works with them. So let's stop acting like Earl's in this driver's seat and he can just snap his fingers and the fight is done. But this is the narrative they want you to believe.
Nope.
This is what they want you to believe. And Mario doesn't want us to tell the truth here. He wants to say that we, his own panelists and co-hosts, we are weird. We are overlooking the video and dissecting. No,
I said you digging too much into it.
I said, they don't agree with
I
me?
heard
So-
what a
so
man said.
is
I'm gonna take
Alex
my man
not
at
in
face
agreement
value.
with me?
That's what I said.
So are you
He
telling me
said-
that Alex is not agreeing and Francis is not agreeing with me? So,
What I'm saying
so they
is
agree
simple.
with me, but it's just an attack on me then. So it's
No,
a personal
it's not an
thing.
attack.
So it's a personal. So it's
You're
personal.
talking more
So
than
you got
everybody
something
else,
personal than me.
so that-
no,
so
because
then
I
it gets
told you
directed at you.
I
That's
don't
the
have to
problem.
talk. I
So-
don't have to talk. I asked you
Okay,
to.
so then
I
this
asked
is the
you
part
to
where don't
interpret
talk.
it. I
So
asked you
I'ma
to
tell you-
interpret it, but you refused to do that. So someone has to carry
I'm
the show.
trying to do it. You still talking. What are you talking about? You asking me to do something, you still talking. Listen to me. What I heard this man say is plain and simple. And tell me if I'm wrong. This is no innuendo. See, the difference between me and you is I'm not going for innuendo. I'm not going
That's funny.
to make
That's
this
the same
disrespectful.
word Ward used. Tell me if I'm wrong,
You
Timmy.
saying that they're saying that Spence is a duck. That's what you're trying to interpret. I interpreted a different conversation. I hear him say Spence is in a better position. That's what I hear him say. Spence is in a better position, and Crawford's in an unfortunate position.
Look,
Like,
they have
it's
their
a
own
simple
plan,
fact.
their own trajectory, their own way of
Exactly.
doing
They
stuff.
got their own shit.
They
and
got
that's
their
not
own,
a duck.
and that's what it is. You know,
My man never said
you
that
could
word.
interpret it both ways, but like you can't be definitive. You know.
I interpreted it the way he said it. My man broke it down plain and simple. Spence has got options.
What I
Spence-
did get from it was that's you know, like you ever had a conversation with your friend and you're just like, come on now, Mario, you know what it is, like, you know.
For sure, and I get that.
And,
but
and it was like the response that we got from Tim. It was, you know, Tim Dizzle.
But that's there you go, Doomy, you got it right there. That's what Ness is doing. Like, come on, man, like you see what he's doing. But I'm on this side saying, looking at Ness, thinking, come on, man, you know what you're doing. You shit on Crawford every chance you get. You try to blur the lines between what ESPN is doing. Trying to pump Crawford.
Held at that light.
So like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he's watching Top Rank thinking, oh, same old bullshit, and I'm watching Ness thinking, oh, same old bullshit. Like that's where the disconnect is right here. Is I just don't want this to become a conversation when we're shitting on Crawford, and I feel like that's what it turns into every time.
Hey,
and it's like
you're
you're
it that.
digging for
You
things to
making
do
it
that.
You making it that.
Yes, you're gonna do.
We dissecting.
That's fine. That's
we
fine.
dissecting the audio, and we specifically talking about the host. We're not even talking about Crawford.
Okay,
He's,
you know what?
he's the
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna
subtopic.
be fair. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
How about we plug in and connect Ken Stone into the conversation? He's on the super chat. He's saying, I sound like a broken record, but neither Spence or Bud has earned the pack shot. Bring 3 belts to the table and give the legend a shot at undisputed. Damn, Ken has dreams for Pacquiao.
We got another one from Majimbe.
Yeah, Mayimbe. Shout out to Mayimbe. You know that shirt's on its way. Better win, Kovalev or Brook?
Kovalev. Hashtag
Piking.
Yo, Yo, I know I cut you out, so I gotta say he has the shh emoji, just like when Canelo beat Golovkin, he told y'all to shh. So he put that emoji and he put the thinking emoji. Because what's a better win, the three-time champion in the same division, or the dude that never won a belt again?
Okay.
Shinsi.
Hashtag Pie King.
Yo,
he
Ness.
said. Did you tell him that?
Yo.
Did you tell him that he paid to say hashtag Pie King?
Triple combo.
Yo.
Shinsi.
Yo, hold on before you
Mr.
go. I put another one in there that you have to listen to.
All right, we didn't even get through this one because Mario's so sad.
That
You
one you
chopping it up like you're doing
Yeah.
Juliet kind of chopping. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have to pause so I
It's
can.
fine chopping. Call him chef.
Trying to
Lord.
get his Houston
Dog,
Sweden
I'm
chop on.
Jamel Charlo, man. I ain't emotional. I'm passionate.
You
passionate.
emotional.
This is passion. You ain't never seen passion before because you ain't no competitor.
Yo, Shinsi's gonna tell you something right now. Do you go to the grocery store when you have a fridge full of food?
No.
Or do you eat the food at time and then go to the grocery store? Bud versus Earl.
That's exactly, literally what I heard Andre Ward say. My man's. Yo, I'm sorry. I said I wasn't gonna talk anymore.
No, go ahead, champion.
No, I feel like, yo, he said it best. Like, damn, that super chat right there would have saved us like 45 minutes.
Man, Shinsi with the rating emoji. Yo, my man CAAUTH.
Wait a minute, because Mario, please, one more time. How did you interpret that super chat?
I interpreted it that when you have things when you have things keeping you fed, then you don't need to go out looking for anything to eat. That's how I interpreted it.
Mm-hmm.
How did you interpret it?
I interpreted that he's obviously telling you Bud needs to do something.
Say what?
Listen.
My man didn't say Bud.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Because he's saying if you're Earl, right? Do you go shopping, right? Which is shopping that fight, negotiating. Do you do that, or do you eat the food in your fridge and then go to the grocery store? So you guys interpreted it wrong. He's eating. Excuse me, I didn't interrupt you, and I gave you an opportunity to fucking give your opinion. So he's eating the food in his fridge. Once he's done eating, he's going to the fucking supermarket. Bud Crawford, what didn't y'all get? Like
You're interpreting it as an Earl perspective, right? You're saying that Earl doesn't need to go to the grocery store.
Exactly.
But that's your interpretation, because he didn't definitively describe that in the message. He could be also saying that it's Terence that doesn't have to go to the grocery store because he has a.
So how the fuck you gonna eat? How you gonna eat?
He's been eating for a while.
No, he ain't. No, that's what the fuck we saying. That if he beats Brook, today, it's the biggest name on his resume. So you the one need to go to the goddamn grocery store. Y'all stupid, man. I'm sorry. No, I'm done because I'm offending y'all now because y'all not even fucking getting it. My man paid to tell y'all.
I said exactly what you said.
Get the fuck out of here. I purposely went to you because you fucking said. See, he's saying what Ward said. He's saying what Ward. No, the fuck it ain't what Ward said.
You did say what Ward said.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You guys are weird,
dog.
man.
Man, you're weird, dog. You ain't listening.
I'm out. Y'all Top Rank send each of you motherfuckers a check. Top Rank send you a check. Francis, you've been quiet for it now. Your check must have fucking cleared too. And Mario definitely on the payroll, man. I don't understand what the fuck is going on, man. What the fuck is going on? You right. Let's bring some fucking Eddie Hearn sound bites in here, because you guys...
What a load of bollocks.
Yo,
fucking
bullocks. Hilarious.
Yo, can I just say that CAAUTH, which I'm saying CA.
Yeah, I don't know how to say
that. I'm gonna say Kauth.
That's what I thought.
Thurman interview before he trolled the 10 mil. He kept saying he wasn't healthy, so why would Terence take that wounded duck fight?
Oh, but now he wants it.
Triple period.
Now he wants it though. Now he wants it, and y'all okay with it over Porter, who just did a pay-per-view. You know, it's like whatever, man. Whatever. We can't please y'all. We know that. Let's just go to this video, man, and just keep killing them with the words, man. Kill them with the fucking words, man.
I'm giving you the bags.
Yo, dog, I'm old school, bro. I'm a Fuji's fan, man. I'm killing you softly. He talking about still playing the video. Yeah, because it hurts you to hear the fucking truth. It hurts it hurts you to see fucking Tim's face looking like this. Like, damn, what? Why you doing? You know, look at that biting on his fucking lip. Biting on his lip. Biting on his lip. Like,
yo,
damn.
from now on, I don't want to watch movies. I want to watch Ness watch movies. It's more entertaining. It's more entertaining to see shit through Ness's eyes.
Yo, so you telling me that your girl, if she's listening to the show and I start calling you Lil Mario or Mariito or some fucking weird little version of your name, it wouldn't be disrespectful? Come on, man.
I think it was a term.
Timmy.
Exactly.
Timmy.
If it's coming from Ness,
I'm sunning you. I'm sunning you. Hey, do me. I'm older than you. No, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Look at my face. Look at my face. Do me, I'm older than you. Okay?
Yes, you.
And I've never said little do me. Fuck out of here.
Ain't like
Little
that.
doobie. Little doobie.
Yo.
Extra into it. You put in extras into it.
Nah, honestly don't. No, let me get my point off because I've been quiet.
You've been
Because
quiet.
I've been trying to get.
You've been quiet.
No, because I've been trying to get some footage for you that you're talking about right now to back up your point. So relax. I got some more footage for you.
You're not man enough.
Now, what I'm saying is that I agree. The way Andre Ward was talking was almost big brother, little brother. You know what I'm saying? He looked at him like, yo, Tim, like, we talked about this before. Like, Doomy said, like, why are you up here? Like, this isn't for the cameras, bro. Like, okay, cut out the bullshit. Okay, the cameras are off. Like, give me the real. Because this is what we talking. We talking about a fighter that deserves all his flowers right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to give everybody the real. But it sounds very biased because he got a real bromance with Terence Crawford. And that's okay. That's okay. I got no problem with that. Everybody like who they like.
Yes!
And you okay to and it's okay to like who you like. But if you're gonna be professional, you gotta know when to separate it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I'm a person, I like Errol Spence, but if it's my professional opinion, I will not have a bias when it comes to that. I have to give my professional opinion.
Nah. I think that's impossible, and I think it's unfair to say a person isn't professional because they show a bit of bias. Listen, all Ward needs to say, with all those chuckles, instead of laughing at his colleague's opinion, he should have been chuckling saying, look, I'm just picking Crawford. That's my guy. I'm picking Crawford. That's my guy. Crawford's in this situation, but when he gets the opportunity to get that big fight, he's going to win. That's my guy. You can say that. I said it all the time. That's my guy.
Think about it.
Danny's
Think
my
about
guy.
it. Here's the
Thurman's
problem.
my guy. Wilder's my guy. I don't give a fuck
what y'all think. Here's the problem. The problem is that he big dogged every single person on that panel when it came to a negative connotation towards Terence Crawford, whether it's Mark Kriegel, whether it's Timothy Bradley, or Joe Tessitore. Anytime they had any type of if or doubt about Terence Crawford, he reassured them that Terence Crawford is the goods in his own way. That's why you seen, oh, yeah, you right, Tim. Yeah, you right. He pretty much said, okay, finish.
Shinobi.
Right. That's my take. Go ahead.
He was right. And I think Noah G. Dallas has the same sentiments. Oh, no. For all the Bud fans, who will Bud fight next once he beats Brook? Laughing emoji. Another laughing emoji. How long can Bud fans defend this guy?
Crab and lobster rematch.
Fighting Spencer Pacquiao. What you talking about?
Crab and lobster rematch.
Crab and lobster. Yo, you better stop
my man got no hope.
He's Kavalaskis now, all right? Sam Henry says Terence is going to have to move up to Bridgerweight. Oh, that's the new cruiserweight, right? Terence is going to have to move up to Bridgerweight before Earl fights him. Damn. You guys heard about that new...
Yeah, they calling it the Bridgerweight.
I still don't get it. Maybe because it's a bridge.
It's the bridge between cruiserweight and heavyweight.
Oh, God. Who was the genius who thought about
this? I swear to God, they picked their name out the hat, Doomy.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
I thought it was like a cruiser.
I read something. Go to the WBC. I read something. It has something totally different. It's something about...
No. I know. I was just clowning. I was just clowning. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that's why they were actually doing it.
No, they called it Bridgerweight for something else. Like Someone did something noble. Is all I can say. I don't
Isn't
remember.
Wilder supposed to be getting the shot at the first at the first weight at that? I don't know. I read something too at the
I didn't read
WBC.
that headline. I seen that headline. I didn't read that headline.
I thought I don't care, so I ain't gonna look.
Damn. Well, let me finish the super chatties. Coach Myers comes in and says, I agree with Ness. Bradley is speaking as a former fighter on Top Rank. In Bud's same position, not being to get the big fight at the time, which was Floyd.
Yeah. Yo, go look at his interviews. Like, yo, man, Floyd picks who he won, man. I can't get the fight, man. You know, I don't even call out Floyd, man. You know, like, yo, it's the same thing. Like, you okay. And I would have been okay, too, man. I would have been okay, too. Cause look, they gave him what? He had like a $8 million rematch clause, and he got like $5 million for the first Pacquiao fight. Man, he did good, man.
Yeah.
Oh snap! So
let's get back to the tape.
The Bridgerweight is it was named after the 6-year-old kid who saved his little sister from a dog attack. I don't know if you guys remember. The WBC actually awarded him a belt. He saved his little sister from being, mauled by a dog. I don't know what kind of dog it was, but it was.
I couldn't remember exactly what I told you. Somebody did something noble.
Yeah, I mean, I seen the picture of the kid, man. He was hurt pretty bad, but like, it just it chokes you up when you hear the interview when he was just like, I didn't want the dog to hurt my little sister, so I stepped in. To see that type of bravery, you're a kid. Imagine a dog. You're a kid. You're not an adult. So a dog looks different. A dog is huge. You know what I'm saying? And he was brave enough to do that, man. And I don't know. It was just crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah. All right. So that's where they get the name Bridgerweight. Bridger Walker, I think is the kid's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Let's roll the tape, man.
I'm glad.
I want to get back to this tape.
Right, let's get to this tape, man. Let's get to the tapey tape. It's gonna take forever. Timmy with the smiley face.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right.
If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong.
No, you're right, man.
Okay.
You're right. Spence has enough work over there to do what he needs to do. Crawford's gonna have to either stay still, be paid.
So now he right.
Wow, he said exactly what I've been saying since about 9:15. The exact same thing that my man super chatted about groceries. Same thing.
Oh my God! See,
I didn't roll over and have them tickle my tummy. I love that term. It's a beautiful term.
Go ahead, Ness. Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like,
what you saying, bro?
Yo, I have another 15-second one that's good. Check it out.
If you took the time to listen to me, man, you wouldn't argue this much. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That Timmy changed his stance once Ward made him. You didn't notice that? He basically said, Ward, are you trying to say that Earl is ducking? Hell no. And then all of a sudden, oh, you're right. Well, that's what you're right.
Because he said, because he found out he said he wasn't ducking.
You have been saying that all along, and you didn't want to admit it. You've been thinking it. You didn't say it out loud.
I've been waiting for
They changed his opinion live on air. That's what I've been telling you. His opinion got swayed. That's why I was building it up. Timmy, all this weird shit.
I feel you. I feel like you were setting up something that was wrong. I feel like you were putting words in the man's mouth. I don't think he was calling him. I don't think he wasn't calling him a duck. Ness, like that's the thing. He wasn't saying he was like. You're trying to make it sound like Ward was saying that Spence is ducking or PBC is ducking. Like I didn't hear that. Like I didn't hear that at all. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's exactly what he said.
Call you. I didn't hear it.
Maybe he said Spence went as a duck for Halloween. And I was like, whoa.
Listen, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And again, like I said, I got a chance to see a more friendly side of Crawford. I think that after this fight, being that what you think of Kell Brook, I feel like Kell Brook's coming in real healthy.
Me
he
too.
looked good. He looked good when he was jumping rope in Capotillos with the heart monitor on. You know what I'm saying? The heart monitor, tells me a little bit, that they're being very, very strategic with the keepness of the weight or dropping of the weight. They're doing it in a smart way. So, it's gonna definitely. Blast off, I'm not going to say catapult into another realm, but after he fights Kell Brook, and it depends also, right, how he handles Kell Brook. if he does it well, man, I think that Crawford, deserves some credit, man. Like, Kell Brook, regardless of what you want to say, after Gennady broke his orbital bowl, he still was willing to take another fight with Earl. He's a tough guy, That's what you get out of Kell Brook. You get a tough guy that's willing to step in, that guy with heart. Be either whatever you say about pawing his eye and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, when's the last time you got your orbital broken? It's a different kind of pain. So.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. Oh, go ahead, Francis.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that, piggyback off exactly what you say. You're gonna get a hard fighter that's gonna come in there. He doesn't have the 10-pound weight limit that he has to adhere to being an IBF championship fight. It's the WBO, so he can come in at whatever weight he chooses to be his best, his healthiest, his most rehydrated. After coming all the way down to 147. So I'm excited to see this Kell Brook, man, this version of Kell Brook getting up for this fight, being in the WBO type fight. There's other instances that are blocking, that was blocking it from making it possible, right? You had his trainer who dropped him, Dominic Ingle, or said he didn't have enough time, he didn't want to take that task on. And then you had the network. Sky Sports didn't really step up, who usually takes on Brook's fight and say, hey, we're going to back you. So there's a lot of things that was, in the way. But thank God that ESPN Top Rank has the ESPN deal, so they're just able to make it happen nonetheless. I think it's going to be on Fight TV, if I'm not mistaken. I got to double check that. I think it's on Fight TV. So I'm excited for this fight, man. I got to give Terence Crawford his props because we're going to see a good Kell Brook. Yes, he hasn't fought at welterweight in 2 to 3 years, but this is a fight that he's gonna get up for. He's gonna make sure he's in shape, and he's gonna try and do his best. And Terence Crawford is gonna put on a good performance, man. I just don't like the way that Andre Ward. Sorry, Mario. I don't like the way Andre Ward is talking regarding Terence Crawford. Everybody has their bias, but the way that he's pretty much speaking on behalf of Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford might as well sit in his chair at that point, because he's pretty much saying everything that, heart to heart that they had. That's my opinion, anyways. Go ahead, Mario.
Word. And just a heads up, man, we got 518 watching. We only got 200 thumbs up. Please hit those thumbs up. Please like and share the video. But look, the one thing that I thought was fascinating, I wish we would have put a little more time into, was the idea of what Floyd accomplished versus where Terence and Spence are. Like right now, Floyd, what he was able to accomplish was something that, it was crazy. And to live through that time, it seemed like it took no time at all. But it really, took years, years for him to accomplish it. And so with Spence and Crawford, how long have we been asking for this fight? And which situation are they both in? Who's the real A side? Who's the better fighter pound for pound? It's all these answers to who's the next Floyd Mayweather only come through the type of fight where the best versus the best of 1 and 2. And that's what I think Spence and Crawford ultimately accomplishes, is the next Floyd. So to me, it's very fascinating. You know what I'm saying?
Message.
Real quick message is Candy Slims 501 says, ask Mario if Bud deadlifting 500 is good. Oh yeah, we were on the show the other day, and we did say that Bud deadlifts 500.
There's no way my man deadlifts 500.
Yo, 500, bro. And look, real quick,
my man deadlifts 500. Somebody got to send me that, because man weigh 147 pounds.
He deadlifts 500.
That's fucking
so he's strong as hell.
That's crazy as hell if that's true.
Yo, Francis, it was gonna be on Premier Sports Channel in the UK, not Fight TV. Champion was one of the chatties that just wants to let you know. Nothing against nothing. It's just that was what it was.
Thank you for the update. I appreciate that.
And then you got C-Dub coming through. Says Kell Brook still top 7 through 8 welterweight. Been out so. Yeah, been out so
7, 8 welterweight. I don't know. It just depends on what ranking. We're going through commercial rankings, most well-known fighter. We going through what they've earned. That's a little tougher to sell. You know what I'm saying? Because a guy like Ugas, he doesn't have Kell Brook's, the reign that he has. He doesn't have the notoriety and the name worthiness. But at the same time, Ugas has shown us a lot over the past few years. So it's just I don't know. This question's got to be a little more specific.
Call you more specific. Now look, we got how many? When's this fight happening? This weekend? No.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Jeez.
Yo, they showed it on what show did they show the deadlifting?
No, I don't know. It was a clip, or maybe a clip where
Austin's
he might
saying it was on the show. What do you mean on the show? Not Relentless, right?
No. It was on the show that we said it. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I thought he meant it was on like the Relentless show.
Somebody.
I was like, I must have missed that shit.
Nah, they super chatted it, and then
got it.
I remember him deadlifting.
I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, I remember him deadlifting. I think the clip was of him in the gym, of him deadlifting.
That's what's up.
But
Yo,
you know more than us about.
No, he was deadlifting 500 because what it was a challenge to say, oh, you can't lift this, and being a competitive athlete, he stepped up to the challenge and did one deadlift and be like easy and walked away, and it was 500 pounds, no belt.
God damn, bro!
Walked up,
bust your shit up.
Gripped the bar and just
bro.
Now you know why Gamboa looked the way he looked when he was getting just pummeled and shit, and he was just falling.
That's so strong. They saying it was on Relentless.
He's deceitfully strong. I'm telling you, he's deceitfully strong.
Oh, C-Dub says it's not a question. He's saying Kell Brook still a top 7 or 8 welterweight.
Oh, it's on Relentless. They're saying, damn.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I know. I don't remember that. I mean, you know what? Now that I think about it,
probably in the beginning.
No, they might have said it, but they didn't show it, right?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I must have just been busy. I mean, not busy, but distracted.
Call you distracted. You're training too, right? How's your training going?
It's going all right, man. My wife got sick over the weekend, but it doesn't really matter because they're closed for the weekend. But my coach had said he would open the gym for me, and I didn't get there. But yesterday was okay. Felt good coming in. Like, I still feel strong from like training over the last few months. I just I don't know. I wish Border Wars was like another month away. Like, I wish that I could just. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm still gonna fight anyway. But I just feel better every week that I get consistent days in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 or 5 days in a row like that.
I want to motivate you. That's why I'm cutting you off.
No.
I looked at your a show of you back in July, and I'm like, yo, Mario look fat as hell, yo. I look at Mario now, you look slimmed down. I was like, damn, you put in the work. Bro, keep going, yo. You put in the work, my guy. Trust me.
That was at the height of...
Notice that? Even do me too.
Yeah, you could tell, man.
You took out some weight, man. That quarantine weight, you shed it off a little bit.
That's exactly what it was, bro.
Just getting a chance to move around a bit, right?
Hell yeah.
Bro, look.
Yo, you seen Doomy doing his thing, bouncing around. I was excited, man. I thought I was going to see it again yesterday, but it didn't happen. It's okay.
Nah, it didn't happen. The recovery's different.
Man. Mario got lucky, man. Mario got lucky. I wasn't even able to hit. I'm sure he swayed and lied his way.
Yo, they said that you're off the show now. They said I beat you so bad. You gotta take a break.
Super chatty, man. Super chatty.
Enzo Akun says Spence is fighting the top names though. He's only had his title 3 years ago. Crawford has been a title holder since 2013. People compare the two like they are in the same track in their careers.
Right. People don't want to because that's how it is, man. People like to make their names off the back of others, man. And I'm not saying that's what Crawford's doing, but that's what his fans are doing. Crawford is in, guys, I'm sorry.
Oh, and we're back.
Oh, there we go.
Yo, Skype heard me, and that's who matters, because they the most Bud fans that's out there. But I was just saying that Crawford is making his own lane, right? Like, he shouldn't allow his fans to try to make a name for him off the name of Earl. Like, his lane is, being unified in one division, moving up and being a champion in 3, undisputing in another, and not taking any acclamation fights in between 140 and 147. That's his lane. Those are his accomplishments, and that's what they should build him off of. Not that he must fight Spence and that he's this nemesis when it hasn't been proven. Like, Cav Velasquez dropped you. What would Porter do? I want to know. I ain't saying Porter will drop you.
You heard him. You heard him. He was like, some might call it a knockdown. Some might call it a push down.
Message.
Whatever it is what it is.
I got that 15-second clip. You gotta check it out.
Damn. Let me just say which
one?
Which message you talking about?
It's in the pre-pro.
So you want me to go to the first one first?
I sent you one, yeah, but that one's a little longer. You might want to go to the 50-second one. But yeah, go to the first one. The first one's really good. The first one I sent after the second.
All right, here we go.
He wanted to fight
at 160.
At 160. You know, that tells me that he's fierce. And then now he's going to be facing Terence, Bud, Crawford, arguably the best fighter in the world.
Oh, man, what's this? This sounds like they bigging up Kell Brook.
Keep playing.
He's dangerous.
Give me the best case scenario.
Whoa, did he just say Kell Brook's dangerous?
For what Kell Brook can do in against Terence Crawford.
Kell Brook is a former champion, and I think the fight with Golovkin and Errol Spence, that took a lot out of him. And I
at least you're being honest so far.
don't know if he's ever recovered from that, but he's dangerous.
Even more honest. I don't know if he's ever recovered from that. Okay, at least he's trying to bring some glory back to that name.
And it's a guy who, and I'm always a guy, and you hear me on the air, I'm always going to give a respect to the older guys who may have one great fight left in them.
Really?
You said Kell's dangerous, by the way. You missed it.
No, I heard that.
He said one great fight left in him.
I heard that. He said he said I'm always going to give credit to the guys they might have.
And to Terence's point, sometimes you got to put your head down in the sport and just keep grinding.
That's right. Just keep grinding.
Keep building your legacy and keep making money and keep positioning yourself for whenever that day comes.
Positioning. Now, I don't know how that word could be hard for others to interpret, but that seems very easy to me. Positioning, doing what you need to do to get to that fight. We've been saying that for a long time. He missed out on the Adrian Broner fights, you know, numerous fights. They sent Danny a flat fee, $3 million offer. Like, you're missing out. You're missing out on those positioning fights.
You want to walk away, and when you walk away, people are still going to debate. You should have fought that guy. This guy went the distance.
That is true. I mean, Mayweather's the greatest, and people say he ducked Margarito.
That's the nature of the beast. So you hear it, but you don't. To a point, you become immune to it, and you just do what you got to do as a means to.
Okay. I mean, what did you want us to listen to here, buddy?
Yo, they're the same age.
That one finished?
I mean, not yet, but it just sounds like he's telling Crawford, keep doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? Other than the one word that he used to tell him the position, which he didn't give him the blueprint that we like to give him, the specific fights that he needs to position himself. Like, he's just telling him, do what you're doing. Like, I mean,
it's because the interaction between him and Kriegel when Kriegel gave his opinion based on Terence Crawford. Based off what Andre Ward said, I want you to hear that part.
Oh, so Kriegel didn't go yet? I'm sorry.
No. For me personally, as a fan of the sport and as an analyst, I'm gonna personally focus on praising Terence Crawford, giving him his flowers while he's still here. Critiquing him where need be.
I mean, so why we can't praise
What the
Earl?
fuck is wrong with this guy, man? You kidding me or what?
If we gonna praise Crawford and y'all calling Kell dangerous today, I mean, didn't Earl beat him like 4 years ago? Just saying.
Enjoying him while we have him because he's not withholding praise. I'm just saying.
Did you see his face there?
That can't be made. I'm just gonna enjoy the matches
that
ones that can be made.
That can be
That's
made.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man.
Did you see that?
At 160.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He stepped back and said it. So he went. I don't know if you guys in the panel, if you guys watched it because it's in the pre-pro. Pretty much what he's saying is like, I'm not as a fan and as an analyst, I'm gonna praise Terence Crawford. Kriegel's like, I'm not withholding praise from him. He automatically jumped in and said, hey, listen, bro, listen. That's you, not me, bro. That's just what I'm doing, okay? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like the way he did the same thing to Tim, he's like, hey, bro.
Hit him with the mason.
Yo, real quick, man. I had sent y'all this text and nobody hit me back. So, is he here? Damn. I hope he ain't drop off.
What are you talking about? Call you dropped off.
I'm looking for.
Overall, though, come on. I like the production of Relentless. I like the fact that we got actually guys that have fought before in the sport actually commentating and putting in their 2 cents, because I feel like we are getting a better perspective on the sport as a casual fan, right? People that don't really necessarily know too much about the sport. I think that having guys on like Tim and Timmy, you know what I'm saying? Big Tim Dizzle. And all that other stuff.
They call them Little Timmy, man, not Big Tim. Mario Block Talk.
And then Drake, Black Talkie. Call him Shinobi Master.
Shinobi Master, super chat from
Shinobi.
Dennis in Tampa, who says, Happy Veterans Days. Send me a shirt. 2X. Coño carajo. Yo.
Hell yeah. Shout out to all the veterans. It is Veterans Day. Shout out to all those that have served. And shout out to Dennis, because he is an Army vet, if I'm not mistaken, because if he's anything else, he'll probably just come at me. But yeah, shout out to Dennis and all the other fellas and ladies that have served in the armed service, veterans and all that. It takes a special kind of person to serve.
Dennis, send another 5 with your address to the Cash App. And we gonna send you that shirt, man. We gonna send you that shirt, that Patreon only shirt too, because you a Patreon.
We gonna hit Dennis with the
Coming to America.
That's the only America song I got thus far. Yeah.
Yo, so any other super chats, counter punches, anything like that? We ready to rock and roll, fellas?
Is you ready to ride?
Is you ready?
Is you ready? Is you ready?
Yo, no, real quick. You know what time it is.
Ride.
You know what time
How many
it
y'all
is.
want to ride tonight?
You know what time it is. Real quick. Let's talk about the new video. It's out even on YouTube. It was early release for our patrons, so they got to see it yesterday. But anybody who hasn't already checked out the Dr. Mofongo versus Sir Bishop fight, it's time to check out the before and after version of that. So it's not the entire fight, but it's the story of that fight, before and after. That's why. So I'm gonna put it in the pre-pro, and I'm gonna ask you guys to check it out, obviously after the show, and hit the thumbs up and show us some love and support. Right, because as these two gentlemen are both over 40, one 44, the other 47 years old, they stepped in the ring, two valiant warriors that they are. Obviously, Dr. Mofongo been in the chat for years, and he's already had now, I think that was 1-1 or 2, so that's his 3rd fight in Border Wars.
Yep.
And Bishop's first fight. So if you haven't already checked that out, check it out. Plus, it was shot by our very own Francis out in Toronto, and his editor. What's the name of your editor? I seen it in the credits, but I didn't remember the last name.
Lewis McLaren.
Lewis, shout out to Lewis, because he really did a good job of not only using the footage that you shot, but mixing it in with the rest and matching up the audio. I mean, I know he must have worked. Now I understand the time that he required, and y'all did it in a timely fashion. So shout out to Lewis and Francis.
Francis, your editing is already done up and out.
That's what we're talking about right here. I just put it in the pre-pro. I mean, I've been put it in the pre-pro, but I'm putting it in the YouTube chat as well.
The full tape of Mario's out too. You get to see the full fight.
Yeah, but that one's still Patreon only.
I know, yeah. But when that releases, you guys listen. You gotta check that one out, dude, because
you can check it out right now. You can check it out right now. Just join Patreon. You know what I mean? Check it out. Don't wait. Why waste? Why wait when you can support your favorite podcast and
But if you listen
Mario?
to what Mario and Keem said before and what they said after, I love it.
The before
and
after, I love the before and after, and I think that's something that we should probably keep doing. It really, listen, it was a crazy angle, and I'm glad that we're on here, and I could say everything I already said to Keem on a personal level. I could say out loud on the show, because out here is where I really, talked about his knockdown, which even with Francis's footage, it's still a knockdown in my opinion, but goddamn. No, seriously, it was still a knockdown. But goddamn, Keem looked so much better than I said. You know, watching this version of their fight, because it's a completely different version. You know what I mean? It's someone sitting down with the 4 hours of footage and picking every moment and putting it together like a beautiful fucking Picasso that is seamless, no stitches. You know what I'm talking about? You fucking wearing a Dapper Dan, you know, back in the day right now. So, bro, and Mario, you got to watch this, okay? You have a lot to be proud of. You just gotta, you know, you have no boxing IQ. I'm sorry to tell you. I told Keem himself, he's just so much more advanced than you. He was fucking moving. He used the ring. He used the jab, bro. He fucking ducked under shots. He got caught with a lot of right hands, but that is nothing compared to how he outboxed you, bro. Like, he made it a wild fight. I don't know. I mean, I guess you did that because you hit him with some right hands, you know, that changed things up. But, bro, the kick of boxing, for that, you know, I didn't see it that way until I seen it through this version, because that's also his first fight, bro. He used the ring. He could have made that fight so much easier.
Yep, he could. That's what he said too. He said that about himself. He was mad when we were talking after. He was so mad.
Listen to me. The difference, and no bullshit. The difference between Mario, you gotta get your shit together. The difference between you and Mofongo is you got power and you know how to deliver the right hand at least. But Jesus Christ, y'all was doing the same fucking just come in with your head shit. You thought I'm gonna cut the distance by ducking my head and just giving him the headgear. And, you know, Keem at times would just double jab one down, you know, the right hand down the pipe and kind of pivot out the way. I'm like, damn, I didn't see.
Well, he also, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, you could jump in. I mean, I'm just saying, I feel bad that.
No, I mean, look, that's what I had said from the beginning.
Like,
he showed
a lot of skill, especially that being his first fight. He showed a lot of skill, and bro, I talk about the knockdown, champ. There's a point I think is in that video. In that video, it's at the 5:01 mark. Just start at 49, so you know, so you can warm up into it. But at the 5:01 mark, bro, you hit him with a right hand.
Yeah, you got major pop, bro. You got major pop.
Holy shit. And then there's another part where you hit him with a right hand, but that's when I told Keem, I said, God damn, Keem, you a dog. Bro, you hit him with a right hand, put him in the ropes, then hit him with another right hand, and Keem just bit down and let you have it. He dogged his way out that fucking corner and let you have it. Like, yo, he's nice, man.
I think I know what you're talking about.
He's nice, man. I want to see fights with him now. Now I got to start really knowing who, you know, because he moves well. He used the ring, man. He did, man. And yo, he took them shots, man. Watching them shots from different angles now, it's like, yo, he took them shits very well, though. For real. Yo, but damn, he outboxed the shit out you, champ. That's crazy.
Yo, and that was the lag.
Yo,
that was the lag.
At least somebody.
No, I said
Mario, did you watch it back?
You know,
listen,
I haven't
back,
seen.
Mario?
Yo,
No, I haven't seen. I just saw it this morning that you had put it in there, but I wanted to make sure I was ready for the show.
Listen, hold on, because I asked for every. Hold on. Sorry, before you go, Ness.
What?
For everybody that fought in Border Wars 8, I want you to have a copy of this for your own personal archive,
yeah.
so you can watch it with your kids and your grandkids and whoever you choose to. So you know what I'm saying. Send us your email, and I'll personally get it to you, so you have only the fighters. Otherwise, you gotta go to Patreon or wait till it's on YouTube.
Bruh. Yo, one time Keem led.
Mario, you were saying?
Keem led. Yo, that's the thing. I didn't have the J-Mac view. You was always recording from the J-Mac side, so I got that view now. Bro, Keem landed a double lead right hand straight. Bang,
Do you got another version of the sponge gate?
Yeah, yo, shout out to Izzy. There's a little bit of water in this new video. It actually shows like
No, I said that. I said that.
So he squeezed about 5 milliliters out of the sponge. Okay.
Definitely.
No, because what happened was I remember like he was squeezing. I was like, damn, bro, I'm like so overheated. There's no like the ice doesn't feel like nothing. I really thought like I'm so hot right now that the cold water is just like right before it hits my scalp, it's just turning like 150 degrees Celsius. Yes. So, but then at one point, I felt the cold water. I'm like, nope, there it is.
No, he splashed
definitely
you
what
with some of
cold
your
water is.
drinking water.
Yeah,
drinking
that's
water.
what it was. It was something, and I felt it. I was like, oh shit, that's what coldness feels like.
Yo, they put that together so well, man. So just to get a taste of it, you can watch the
And it's gonna get better. Trust me.
the free version.
It's gonna get better. I
is
promise
out,
you.
Of the Mofongo and the Sir Bishop fight. It's called, Border Wars 8 Pittsburgh. Dr. Mofongo versus Sir Bishop. Before and after. Check it out. It's on YouTube. We're gonna go out to the callers.
Hold on.
Before
So
we
you never
do
talked
that-
about that one. What's your take on that one? Seeing this angle versus, you know what I mean? Yeah, the full
man,
angle.
I feel bad for Mofongo, man. I want the Eric Cruz video that's also on Patreon to inspire Mofongo. I don't like the way that fight looked, but he needs training. Watching that, it was just as bad as watching it the first time, man. Like, he needs training. Him and Mario had the same schooling. I'm going to just go in there and cut the distance by cutting the distance physically, walking into you. Except that Mario at least could deliver the right hook. Mofongo, he was doing shovel punches to the body. That wasn't doing anything to Bishop. Bishop being so tall, he felt very free over the top.
He was controlling the range, man.
And then he kept doing the same. I can't watch it. He kept doing the same combination, and each time he got more accurate because he kept doing the same combination.
And I mean, look, I'm gonna give.
If you watch this, hold on. This is why I feel bad when people call him ringer, because if you watch all his little footage of him hitting the bob and hitting the bag, he does the same combination.
Yeah.
That's why it's crazy to see him execute the same combination. Nothing different.
It's only one combination, and all I could do is watch the fight and yell at Mofongo the same thing I yelled the day of the fight. He's not your fucking friend. Stop touching gloves. But every time Bishop goes like this with his southpaw jab, he's not touching your glove, dog. He's memorizing you. And here goes Mofongo, taps the glove. Bishop comes with the straight left to the gut, makes Mofongo duck, right hook over the top. And anytime he missed it, he just did it again. And Mofongo would literally touch gloves again. I'm like, I wanted to fucking toss the computer, because it's like, you guys watch this sport. And I'm not saying any of us are going to be Ali, but my man, at least do what you fucking see. Like, why are you hitting the glove? You distracting yourself. He's trying to distract you.
And this is why you have tape, so that you can learn, right? If you watch it and you look at it, even in a loss or a win, you can learn because you're seeing what you're doing. This is why I did it this way.
He didn't adjust. Like, it's
is why I
the
did it this
same
way, so you guys can
combination. It's pick up the fucking phone, my man. My man is throwing his right hook at you. It's just the same thing, right hook. Pick up the phone. Catch that shit. At least run into the fucking the hook so you don't get hit with it. Jesus.
I mean, this is a telltale. This is a telltale also to all those that would be participants and everybody. Like, this is a sport where you could be the most novice, but you still got to train. You still got to have a camp. Because you have another novice guy doing the same thing. So it's like, if you don't do the necessary things in camp in order for you to be the best you got to blame yourself in a sense, and you also got to take into account, like, how seriously am I taking this? Is this just something? This is not a tough.
Hey, they both didn't have sparring. Remember too.
No training, and that's how you know that Jerry. Tell Jerry he needs to come on a Saturday show. We could have him on this Saturday. That's how you know Jerry's out there playing games and not respecting his name, because again, Mario and Mofongo looked exactly alike, except for Mario being able to deliver that right hook, which is
but
natural.
You got to remember that was the difference. Jerry wasn't a trainer. I mean, Jerry was fitting in time when he could have. We didn't even have a place to go. Like, look,
Mario,
I think that.
Don't take it as.
Listen,
just hear me
out. No, I don't. I just want to make sure that it's explained.
It's not about
No. I don't take it that way. I promise. I just want to make sure that it's all explained. You got to understand, like, COVID. This was the hardest time for us to accomplish this thing. Man, you know what I'm saying? And now they're still even talking about closing even more gyms now and closing us down even more. Like, it was just too difficult for us to find places. Like, I got into a ring 2 times two times at the most. You know what I'm saying? So it was just really tough. So I don't blame him like that.
And that's
cool, I'm sorry.
Man.
Go ahead.
And that's cool. That's up to you. But I'm not forgiving that. You are a former fighter, and you went to him and asked him to train you for a fight. That's I don't have to say nothing else because I talked to dozens. The minute we started doing this, me and Doomy, that's every gym we went to, we talking to them about border wars and amateurs and not being amateurs and dudes off the couch. Asking specific questions. I don't want to hear none about none of that. My man sent you in there blind.
Nah, but that was the thing too. Remember when we started working, there was no border wars. There was no fight. Me and him started working right at the beginning of. Before border wars. So it's even saying, worse, and then man. But what I'm trying to tell you is that after I got the fight, we worked less than we did before the fight. Like he didn't have that time, so I was getting in there with whoever I was meeting at the gyms, like whatever. Again, you know what I'm saying? So this time is a little different because I do have a gym. Cool. You know,
I'm just trying to tell you, it's not a knock on you or a slight on you.
No. I don't feel that way either.
It's a knock on him, my friend.
No, and that's fine. You can feel that way. I just want to explain the entire situation.
You can't be a former fighter and take on that responsibility to train someone. Then go to the extent to train them for a competitive match. Then factor in the fact that we are who we are, and you know we're going to talk about it. You did that to your name, not me. That's all I'm saying. Again, you know, your hook to me is natural. You know, so you get the credit for that. I'm not giving him the credit for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Mario.
Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, Mario, that was real quick. That was the time, you know, that the stuff that I learned when I was 24, 25. No, not at all, not at all. Like that's what I'm trying to say is like the gyms that I had been to before. That was like the starting base, right? And they weren't great because it was all amateur kids. They all had like 20 kids in at a time. Like they were very, very big, popular gyms for kids. And so then coming years later, like Keem did have more experience. Keem had more experience as a fighter going to gyms and working. Like I only had the experience of a person who's, you know, always done something athletic, you know, whether it was baseball or whether it was, you know, jiu-jitsu, whatever it was. Like that was the only thing I ever really had going for me. So, I mean, it was tough. It was a tough thing to accomplish. At this time,
I hope you're working because Amin is taller than him, and now he's got the blueprint, and he's got this shoulder. No, just get on the stick, man. It's up to you as the shorter man to cut that distance and cut that distance safely, man. You got to get through that fucking whole barrage of fire that is jabs, double jabs, triple jabs, up and down jabs, and the right hand, left hook. So much. You got to cut that distance. So you better be working this time. I mean. You know, because it ain't like you're going to get killed, but, you know, another loss is another loss, man. We're going to go out to the callers, man. We ain't talking border wars no more, but we are going to give you about another 15 minutes worth of it, or however long it takes us to give these sponsors out, because without them, it just wouldn't even be happening. And one of those, obviously, are... my good
you want me to go through it, or you got it?
Yo, Dennis sent you the extra.
We can do it together. We can do it together because I want to screen share some. So we're gonna start with Brian Custer, obviously, and the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer. He's one of our sponsors for Border Wars 9 in Dallas, Texas, and then obviously we have Big Rig Trucking Agency. You could call them up and get a free quote. They service insurance for big rigs, for, you know, all my 18-wheelers out there, all my truck drivers. Shout out to King Born and Joseph and JT and a few others if I'm missing, you know. But anybody in the Ohio, New York City, Philadelphia, PA, all that good stuff, hit them up, get that free quote. Shout out to Big Rig Trucking Agency. Also, we want to give a shout out, obviously, to the Wireless Budshop.com, wirelessbudshop.com. Also, sponsor for Border Wars. Don't forget you can pick up your earbuds. Right now, there's actually a better deal right now, I believe. I don't know if it's over, but he was giving them away for $35 as a little pre-holiday sale. And remember, you use code TBV, you get 15 or 10% off, something like that. Something good. So definitely, you know, check out wirelessearbudshop.com. Also,
you got Agent Clark, protect yourself at all times.
Definitely. Listen, don't forget to pick up a copy of his book. He wrote this book, Dark Horse. He has another one called Divorce Behavior. It's dropping in February for all my divorcees out there. You know, I went through one, so I'm definitely going to cop it and just see, because I can relate. And I'm going to support as he's supporting us. He's one of our biggest sponsors for this Border Wars. He's also the television exec for Fight Network, so he's going to be in the building to watch this firsthand, man, and we're going to cross our fingers in hopes that the baby grows up to be just as big and bad as pound for pound #1 Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? But Adrian Clark, you know, like I said, you can pick up this book right here. This is Dark Horse, and he's got about 3 others on Amazon. He's also sponsoring us with Everlast Headgear and with, you know, Everlast
gloves, headgear, and nut protector, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to make sure our fighters are going to be prepared and protected and to make for combat, and to make sure they get out and be safe and to go home to their families and their loved ones. Also, we got Bravish.com. Can you grab the gear behind you? Show up Bravish.com. We got him in.
Shout out to Bravish, bro. The other day they was actually listening and saw me, you know, showing it to you guys live and clipped it, put it on their social media. So we reposted it. So shout out to Bravish. Thank you for sending this out. We've officially kind of, you know, are deciding to just give these to the winners. Obviously, we're getting Everlast for everyone, so you should be able to take home the Everlasts. I'm gonna do probably like all XL, right? Bigger, because, you know, or do I go XL and large? Because I need sizes right now. He's literally asking for it, and I'm gonna just go with XLs, man.
I think you should just go XL.
Everybody got big heads, and those that don't got big heads, you might have to use your own headgear if you're smaller than that.
Yeah, XL and L.
So then you
XL and L. I mean, because, you know, some guys do got small heads, smaller heads.
Too late.
And also you got undisputed.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, champion.
Yeah, you got undisputed boxing gloves, worn by our very own Mario Munguia. When he took on Keem the Dream out of Florida. You can check out that fight and the post-fight, the pre-fight and post-fight interviews on Patreon right now. Hot off the press. The gloves are beautiful. Thank you for your support. He's going to be giving us some gloves to give away to the winners of our fights during our event. Also, you got Holt.boxing.gloves. Check them out on IG. Shout out to Kendall Holt at Holt.boxing.gloves. The gloves are very sleek, they're very chic, and they're very beautiful. They also are going to be part of the giveaways for the winners of each bout. So shout out to Kendall and Holt Boxing on IG. Chee. Also El Camino Electrical, man. We can't leave out El Camino Electrical. Always supporting, always there to make sure that we are good. Hadouken! El Camino Electrical.com. Over to Doomy. Any super chats?
Call you super chatty. Nah, I don't think that we have a super chat right now. Looks like the skipper's got his hand off the wheel. He's not at the helm. So, I mean, we could keep talking about what we just talked about, which was Crawford, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we're going to be going to the callers. And this was what the show was about. You know, it was about us breaking down Relentless, you know, a segment that's... you know, it's new, and I like the way the production was done. I like the light that I got to see Crawford in. I think he's a down to earth kind of guy. He's cool as hell. And speaking of one of the sponsors of Brian Custard, I also got to see that interview. Again, he seems so comfortable and at ease and chill. I mean, it's like I said. And one of the things that Andre asked him was one of the biggest misconceptions about him was, you know, the way he was, you know, like people think that he's not approachable and all that, but, you know, Crawford even said it himself. He's like, I'm a down to earth kind of guy, you know. You see the clips. I mean, you know, when you're with the people that you know are real to you, and you know you don't have to kind of hold up your guard around, you know, you get to see the natural you know, and I think that was key in the interview in Relentless with having Dre in the back behind the camera. And us getting to see him, because, you know, we do got to understand that the sport is treacherous at times. You know, you cross the treacherous waters through the sport.
That's the exact opposite of being open is being open with your friend. You understand that? You do understand that, right? Like, this isn't,
Yeah, you can't hop in from having a conversation full-fledged and then hear something that I said and then try to chop it up. Because there was mad sustenance and you're just sounding crazy right now.
Man, y'all terrible with the fluffing and fluffing.
Let's go to the callers before...
Bro, it's just crazy to me that y'all... You've been repeating that from the beginning. It's like, I'm gonna be open with you, Doomy. You are my friend. You are. If it's just me, you, and a camera, you can put me in that light. That's not anyone showing you that I'm any more approachable than they thought. Let me tell you, okay? That's not approachable. That's selectively being social. He is selectively choosing who he's sitting down with. But you're trying to brainwash the audience.
Well,
that all of a sudden, he's
again,
open.
Typical Nestor Gibbs hops in, with his rant after honestly not being in the full conversation. And look, I was alluding to this. You're in a treacherous sport. You cross treacherous waters. You don't know who to trust and all that stuff. The media sometimes says this about you, other things. So it's like, that's the relationship that he's had, and he's had his guard up. But when you have somebody that is not there to judge you and ask you certain things, you know what I'm saying? And like, you're gonna see a lighter side of the person. That's all I'm saying.
But do me. Go ahead.
Now, if you
keep cooking.
If you come on and if you wanted to see something else, or another type of interviewing, I mean, you weren't going to get it there. This is a promotional type of interview. Also, it wasn't a ask your hard questions type of interview. But go ahead, Francis.
No, I was gonna say it makes the interview a little bit biased because most of the conversations are going to be a conversation of agreements, right? They're going to be agreeing a lot of times that Terence should be doing this and these fighters should be doing that with Terence and this should be happening. Usually when you sit down now, he will be more open, but it'll be more open not in a neutral place, in my opinion. When he's responding to somebody who he doesn't necessarily know, but they're asking him questions and he can open up. Mind you, I don't know.
Well, Brian Custer, no. I mean, look, I got to take it from what I've seen thus far, right? All right, if we want to say that, it was a top-ranked show and it was just all geared towards Crawford, all right, go ahead, say that. I mean, in a sense, you're probably right? Because it is a promotional type of interview, and it's...
I was just talking about based on their relationship, not the promotion.
All right, well, let me go towards this. All right, the relationship's there with Dre, but is the relationship there with Brian Custer? Like, how close are they? You know what I'm saying? But Brian was mentioning some hard stuff and asking questions, and Crawford didn't seem bothered. I mean, the only thing I saw him a little bit like not even bothered, but like kind of like turned off about even talking about him was Gary Russell. When he started talking about Gary Russell, and he said his piece on it, and then he moved on. But like, it wasn't like you see that seriousness that he had, but he was laughing, he was laughing. He felt comfortable.
You gotta remember something. Dre's a fighter, right? Like Terence a fighter. Brian's not a fighter. So it's a different brotherhood. It's a different understanding. It's being in that same position of understanding that you have the Floyd Mayweather, and you can kind of look at EJ as the Floyd Mayweather and Terence as the Andre Ward of that time, so to speak, in terms of different weight classes, but in terms of darlings of American fighters who are leading the way.
Call me
true or lie.
I don't know. You circumvented around what I was saying, and you dropped me off at fucking 102 latitude, 123 longitude. All right, don't ever do that again. All right, your mind fucked me now. Come on, Francis. Look. Let me get back. Let me get back to this. All right, yo, take it to the back of the barn and shoot it. Now look.
Whenever y'all ready, we could go to the collars.
Let's go, Champy. Back on the helm now.
Let's go. Let's go. Go.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Are we having a party? Did we get to 117,000 or what?
Let's do the drum roll.
Damn,
Let's go.
We not. Nah, we need 71 more people, man. 71 brave soldiers that want to subscribe to the BoxingVoice.com YouTube channel right here at youtube.com/theboxingvoice and become subscribers, getting us to 117,000 subscribers. Only you can do that. We're going out to Jay in Phoenix. What's going on?
What up, TBV?
What up?
Yeah, I seen the Relentless. Really, it's just them. This is just a puff piece for Crawford. It ain't meant to have no neutrality or anything. It's really not meant for anything to big up Spence, even in the slightest. That's why they only showed Brook for the last 5 seconds, because if you talk about Brook, you have to talk about Spence, and you have to talk about Spence in a good light. So that's why they didn't even show Brook on that whole thing, even though it's his next fight. It's just damage control because he's not making any upward moves. He's just making lateral or downward moves, while Spence is actually making upward moves. Now, if he fought Sean Porter, that would be an upward move. If he fought Danny Garcia, that would be an upward move. He's just not making no moves. So for him to call himself an orca, nah, man, you ain't the big fish. All roads lead to Spence, and that's the bottom line.
The big fish scowl. Real quick, Mac on the super chat says, can I get one of them nut protectors? Laughing emoji. Champ, it's a cup. It's a fucking cup, all right?
Yo, we only giving out cups if you're fighting.
Sorry that I call it. Yeah, they killing me that I call it not protected. Yo, it's my.
He's Canadian, guys. He's Canadian.
It's my a cup. Okay.
Call him Canada. Yo.
Hey.
Go ahead, go for it.
Hey. No, just hey.
Hey. All right. Well, we're going out to what's looking like Coach J-Mac.
The Mac attack.
Coach J-Mac.
What up, J-Mac?
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style.
I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terence.
You can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing. You want to bet? You bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear, champy.
Hey,
clear,
Ness,
champ.
you suggested I change my intro. My intro fits perfect for shows just like this. However, I won't respond to anything or your logic. You're entitled to your opinion. I heard the interview. I think the interview was supposed to be biased towards Crawford due to the fact that he worked for ESPN, so they're going to support their fighter, of course. And that's what the network do. When we talk about promoting somebody, they big up their fighter and make their fighter look better or appear. At least they do acknowledge certain names in their promotion, because one promotion comes to.
You got cut off, champ.
Skype did the restart on him.
You've been Skyped by Skype.
Call him Skypey.
I mean, look, he was making a good point. Well, J Mac, we will do the return for you, friend.
J Mac, come back.
J.
All right.
Van Patras.
Oh, yo, what's going on?
Yeah,
all right, back from the shadow realm.
Just rewind 10 seconds.
Oh shit!
Just 10
Damn.
seconds. Just 10 seconds.
Okay, what's the last thing you heard me say? Like, give me like what's the last
They
thing
were
you
making
heard me say?
They were making comparisons on another fighter.
I heard you say that I think you were saying that Earl Spence is the big fish. And
No, sir. No, sir. My last 10 seconds, I said he was on an ESPN show that was catered to Bud. That's what you do when you promote your fight on your network. Since we complained about his ability to get promoted, and all I said was they did what they were job and what they were supposed to do. And shout out to Bud. Looking forward to the fight. I'm taking all bets. That's my call.
The week before the fight.
He said, "I'm taking all bets."
What's the other fish called?
The orca.
Nah, the
Which one?
The gold one. Goldfish, man, the goldfish.
Yeah, goldfish. The attention of a goldfish attention span is 3 seconds.
Whoa.
So they forget shit every 3 seconds.
Whoa, time to go out to.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Shook duffel bag with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Phone jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the foot glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you. We hear you.
Sound like King Born right now.
What's going on, man? Yeah. As far as this, I gotta disagree with my boy J Mac. As far as this, they got a top rank of James. That's bullshit. That's a Ness narrative. We've had Admiral Morris, who works for PBC, come on here and say he's the best fighter in the world. Sean Porter's been asked who will win the fight. He says Bud. Floyd Mayweather says Bud's pound for pound is number one. Do they have an agenda too? Maybe they just telling the fucking truth. So let's cut that agenda shit out. Those are PBC guys and they say the same shit. And as far as debating with cats about all this other stuff, man, I'm done having broke, meaningless conversation with these guys. When these fights get made, all I ask is you put your money where your mouth is. But we know that ain't gonna happen because you motherfuckers ain't even gonna put up $5 a week to join the TBV Pick'em. So I know y'all ain't gonna put no money up to bet me no big money when these big fights get made. So y'all can just continue having these broke conversations and these fucking debates.
Cut it.
At least J Mac didn't come in all mad. You know,
He swooped in on J Mac.
Them bartenders get real emotional, but J Mac is learning ever since he switched his
Hey,
name
yo.
to coach. Ever since he's gotten in there and he's been training these fighters, you know, his everything's changed. You know, he's looking at things with
Differently.
with open
They gonna have to
eyes.
send their best fighter for the
You know what I'm
champ.
saying? But some of these other guys get real emotional, man. They get real emotional. Yeah,
Hey, yo, nice.
he automatically called the people he debates with about this topic broke. I mean, damn, emotional. What up, Francis?
Yo, you have got to play one of them tracks just before we get out of here, man.
Which
Whether
one you want?
call of the year or a chance, man.
Oh shit, my man.
I'm just saying, you gotta give us one of them, man. I'm just saying.
Caller of the year.
Hit him with the banger.
I don't got that no more.
You know how strong he is.
I don't got that no more, man.
Yeah, you know the number to call in. 1-425-569-5241.
Call of the year. Call of the year.
Voice your opinion on the Voice of the People hotline. Let's go.
Call of the year. Call of the year.
1-425-569-5241. You know the number to call in. Voice your opinion on the Voice of the People hotline. Let's go.
Come on.
Info Joe is a beast. Check box red. Undefeated punchlines, better place your bet. The number one caller, fought my way up the ranks. Boys fighting, going hard in the paint. Boxing writers call me spectacular. My boxing bars are marvelous like Hagler. Worldwide, peace to all my boxing brothers. We boxing boys, forget all the others.
Call of the year, call of the year. We got boomerangs, ringers, and pound for pounds in here. From stateside to the UK, spending pounds and pounds in here. A counter puncher costs you 5 if you going rounds in here. We talking boxing, better stand your ground in here. And by the way, I'm king, I mean of Essex. Let me make this clear, fuck your opinion. We can agree to disagree. Ali's the greatest over Floyd, and you ain't better than me. No.
Don't just talk about the popular fighter. Come on, do you know more than just Bud or Wilder? Yo, he not even ranked, man. Who he fought? Who on his resume? Who he beat though? Canelo. Where you at, man? Where your knowledge at, man? Call of the year. year, man. 2020. What's up?
I did it, done it, run it, you run from it. World champion, world tour, it's a world summit. It's okay, you can meet Izzy, have lunch and be smart. Join Patreon, ask me a couple questions. It's cool, my answer's fuck you. Next question, bet you don't even push the thumb. Subscribe, share the message. I'm hard to the core like Border Wars. You taking lessons, don't get it, you the best.
Check it out.
I'm the best.
Who's the caller of the year here? Yeah, I put my dough in. Sony Woods out of the bad channel was real clear. Tequila night, conversation with enthusiasts. Boxing knowledge, illuminous, purification rituals. Help me crystallize my thoughts to blow the smoke for you to choke. And get a bang like a right check with Sony. Hit the sack like a mic check. TBV of the commission. La Costa Nostra in a circle. Yo, Cash Weezy, what up, aka Enrique Church, Coach Midi, Marioski, Corpus Christi, Texas, Doomday, aka Alexander Lyons, New Jersey. Hey, don't forget to drop a 5-star review and continue to make us the #1 boxing podcast in the world.
Yeah, we savvy over here, that's that beach talk. I'm the caller of the year, I make a quick walk. Your slick talk gets split in half like pitchfork. JP from Long Beach be on the block till pitch dark. The ring general, all of y'all is minuscule. I'm Michael Phelps swimming these laps inside a kid's pool. You ain't conditioned well, and plus you ain't tough enough. I hook him to the body, then knock him out with an uppercut. Beach.
All of the year featuring alumni. I heard it's beating, had to eat it like it's lunchtime. You know me, I bring that heat like sunshine. All we know is punch, guys. We don't need no guns, nice. We can do this border wars, punch, guys. Or we can do the boxing bars, punchlines. Either way, you're getting stopped like a stop sign. Keep firm at one time. We know it's crunch time.
See, the UK can do no wrong. These UK fighters can do no wrong, cause the UK fans drinking that dirty rum water. They believe anything. They eat garbage. Come on, man, you don't know shit about boxing, man. How you gonna tell me, man? Man, use a UK sheet. Next caller. Caller of the year, caller of the year. Let's get one thing clear. Ain't nobody fucking caller of the year till you make it clear. You got that boxing knowledge over there. Yeah, like Stone Bone. Colorado, stand up. Me, it's an anomaly. The way they feared to be on this track with me. I hear they calling me Crawford the TBV. Oh, and apologies, I call it jealousy.
Was the color of the year, but I dropped that Skype app. We shout out these others, give respect to the forefathers of boxing rap. Stone Bone with the homegrown, another dimension. Big Nick in the UK. Paisans running the heavyweight division. Train to Bay, never scared of a fight. Tread lightly with J&J. Suge Knight, watch out for those reverse lights. CYP show up once a year, got that Gary Russell sketch. Always on that Braveheart tip, coming after British heads. Brandon in Cincinnati, he never dodged that smoke and afraid of no slap punch. Stainless Info Joe and King, colors of the year, nah, they the goats. They'll get that lunch.
Yo, Cash Weezy, what up, aka Enrique Church, Coach Midi, Marioski, Corpus Christi, Texas, Doomday, aka Alexander Lyons, New Jersey. Hey, don't forget to drop a 5-star review and continue to make us the #1 boxing podcast in the world.
Cheese.
Yo,
that was the interlude right there.
killed that like that, man. JP is like really talented.
Koya threw it down.
Coach Myers, Connecticut.
Koya Reservoir Dogs.
What up? He said Reservoir Dogs funny. Yo, that was like a Rough
Mr.
Riders
Myers.
anthem remix.
Yo, Big Nick,
you.
Big Nick said he gonna get at you for that line, that pond water shit. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, do me. I'm on the line.
Oh shit! Francis, you gotta start running.
Hey, yo, good morning. Hey, what's going on, Ness, Doomy, Frankie, Mario? I agree with Ness on the point about Bradley, man.
He called him
Bradley
Frankie,
saying it from.
Yo, that's just like Timmy. See what I'm saying?
There you go. That's that little boy. Yeah, exactly. Yo,
Frankie.
Yo.
Little Frank.
Yo.
Little Frank.
But
that's why I'm gonna kiss him on his forehead.
Tim Bradley's been on Top Rank for a while, so he's been in that same predicament.
Word.
So he kind of understands where Bud is coming from. So when his reaction is like, bro, like, you can't tell me. I've been there. Like, you know what I mean? I've been in Bud's shoes. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of reaction I got when he was talking to Andre Ward. So I kind of agree with Nuts on that point. But besides that, good show. Keep up the good work.
All right, yo, thank you for making the point and calling Francis Frankie, which is the smaller version of Frank, which is
and that's
it's
little scared man, very small scared man.
No, but it's not about you,
not even
dog.
close.
It's not about you. It's just making the point that him wanting to fight with you is making him call you Frankie, which he knows is kind of putting you down, and that's all I'm saying.
Little scared man is a very small scared man.
I'm just showing the Ward did that too. Like, yo, Timmy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Timmy. Like, come on, dog. Yo, ain't no fucking Timmy. I ain't been Timmy since I moved out the house, bruh. What's wrong with you, man?
Yo, I ain't heard Timmy since Panda.
Dog. Let's go out to Florida, sunny Florida.
Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen.
Evil One Production. Okay.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Dennis.
Yo, Dennis in the house, bro. Yo, I just got turned. Happy Veterans Day, everybody, bro. Remember, you're doing what you're doing because guys like us exist. So, with that, and thanks for the shirt. I'll send the other $5. Yo, I'm off, obviously. So, I'm learning about the back call and texting in there and chatting and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting better at this. And there's some good stuff going back there. The only thing about with Bud and all that, if Canelo got to be a free agent.
You got cut, champ.
That was a back call. As soon as he was about to say if Canelo could be a free agent.
If Spence could go to Jerry.
You got to start over. Dennis, right when you said if Canelo could be a free agent, we didn't hear you.
Okay, if Canelo could be a free agent, why can't Bud? If Spence has Jerry Jones, Nebraska has just as many big stadiums and shit in football to fill a Bud fight. He needs an alliance with someone other than the Bob father. So when I talk about aggressiveness and all that, I'm not talking about the dude as a dude, but he got this one piece of the pie. He's not addressing. He's not aggressive. He don't give a shit, or does he really? He's being more outspoken, but I want more. I'm a boxing addict. I want more. And at the end of the day, I pick Bud over Spence all day. But Bud's got to do more, bro, and no one's gonna do it for him. No one's gonna do it for him. At some point, he's gonna cut it.
Sort of like feed me, Seymour. I want more.
Exactly. Closed mouth don't get fed. None of these phrases are around for no reason. They're around for a reason, man. You know what I mean? But it's alright. It's alright. Greatness in Harlem.
Greatness.
What up?
Yeah, everything is blessed, man. Everything is blessed. I'm gonna keep it short, man. Just breaking down that Brook and Crawford fight. I'm asking myself, how can Brook beat Crawford, knowing that, I think that Crawford will come out victorious against Kell Brook. But then, we was talking in the back call. I just think to myself, if I was in Kell Brook's corner, what would I tell him to overcome, this mountain that he has to climb? So, I just expect Brook to definitely make it a tough fight as much as possible. Like I said before, I expect him to use some double jabbing. And Ness, you mentioned telling Mario, let's see if we can throw these jabs, throw these hooks, give him a flurry of punches before Crawford could get on the inside.
Yo, where Keem, man? Keem calling in. I want to ask you if you see it, man.
Yo, Is he with us? Is he in Oklahoma? What up?
Cheers.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, panel. How y'all doing?
What up?
Vamos, campeón.
You still coming to Dallas, Izzy?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Izzy's the truth.
Thank you for the credit on the water and the sponge. Y'all just got that late video where I already squeezed it out.
Izzy's a star now. Izzy's a star
That's
now,
how it
man.
is.
Izzy's a
That's
star.
how it is, yo. That's why a video is better so much more than photos, man. Photos are worth 1,000 lives.
We got to see the 5 milliliters that came out of the sponge.
Yes.
Technically came out of the sweat from your palm.
I love that new Bishop Mofongo footage too. That's good quality, real good quality video.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Good job, Francis. Good job, Frankie. Regarding this,
he took the back call side. It's over. He's already coaching Coach Myers. He's on the team.
Y'all know I'm 100% back call. Hey, on this topic though, of course, Top Rank's gonna be biased. I mean, Tim Bradley. Just to give it some context, Tim Bradley said the Inoue Maloney fight was a 50-50 fight, and you gotta laugh. I mean, he's just gonna. They're just gonna sell it.
I'll give you one of these.
Say what? Yeah, exactly. So that, I mean, it's not a controversy. It's clear, and it's ESPN, it's Disney, it's ABC, it's all these big corporations. So that's just how they're gonna be, man. Anyway, good show, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
Alrighty then. We're going out to JT, New Orleans.
JT, what up, man? What up, JT?
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Yeah, I don't care. What you gonna do about it? I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, what's up, Ness? What's up, Damon? What's up, Big Mario? What's up, Frankie?
Oh, here we go. What's up, JT?
Hey, real talk though. Tim Bradley and Andre Ward fought in the amateurs, if you know that. So I mean, he got respect for Tim Bradley. So y'all can check that out. But back up to the fight, Kell Brook versus Bud. I got Bud beating him, probably stopping him because of his eye damage. But I give him a chance to win the fight if he can control it. Excuse my background, I'm at work, just got on the bus. But if he could keep him in front of him and control him angles from Bud, I think it'll be a more competitive fight. But I still think Bud will adapt to him and wind up getting him out of there. If not knock him out in the 9th or 8th round, it go to a decision and unanimous decision for Bud Crawford. That's all I got, y'all.
Champ.
JT, place to be. Juan in the BX, talk to me.
Is that Juan from the BX?
Keem in Florida's. Juan is not available. Keem in Florida, what up?
There's nothing in the sponge for Izzy. He ain't got nothing in there. Where the team at? Oh, he got J-Mac giving excellent instructions over there to Keem the Dream.
Keem the Dream. Good boy.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
What up?
You clear? What up, champ?
All right, man. I'm gonna have to change my intro
they
now that
calling
we've
you Sugar Ray and shit, man.
Yo, Ness, you woke up in rare form, man. He was texting, giving me praise. He came on the show, giving me some credit finally.
Cause he's seen the
incredible,
angles,
man. What a day! What a day!
Angles, like Drake said, man. It had to come from Toronto, man.
Man,
it was crazy.
It's all good, man.
What
Yo,
did
but
you
yeah,
think,
so
Keem? Sorry,
oh, yo,
before you
Francis,
start.
shout out to you, man, for the video. I caught it this morning on the Patreon, man. It was really good. I've been working, so I didn't get a chance to give you your credit on that, man. But I enjoyed it. I like that a lot. I'm gonna send you my email if you could email that to me, man. And I would love to show my kids that video. That was pretty cool with the interview, the way you mixed it in with the fight and everything.
About it, Keem? is that you
said
shout out your
what?
family at the end. That was beautiful, man. I love that.
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely, always. But yeah, good job on that, man. I really appreciate that. Something I'm gonna be able to keep forever. You know what I mean? So that's cool. Cause I got a little 2-year-old daughter that don't know what's going on. So when she sees that, I'm sure she'll be happy about it.
Yeah. So basically, you saying you're gonna be showing Mario's ass whooping for years?
Bud, to me, Bud, a real one, man. He said on that interview, like, look, I fought good fighters, a lot of good fighters. I don't have my legacy fight. I haven't fought that pound for pound. I haven't, he wants that big fight. Like he says the real, he says the realness, man. He's not a fake. He's not a fraud. He don't go out there and, I just feel like he's real, man. He's real with himself. He's real with his career. He's just a real individual, and that's what I appreciated from that Relentless, man. I thought it just shows that Bud's a real one, man, and that's all that really matters, yo. So I got Bud stopping Kell Brook, and yeah, that's it. Shout out to TBV.
They gonna have to send their best fighter for the champ.
We going to Lids Low, Indicator, Georgia. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Get your ass in the ring and swing, man.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, Daddy.
Boxing thinking man's game.
This a dollar beat.
Skill. Up here. You gotta be out think of motherfucker. That's what
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening?
What's up? What's up?
Everything, Coach, man. Just riding on that highway, you did. But y'all know I'm a
I
Bud
ain't got a
fan.
shovel, but I can dig it.
Y'all know I'm a Bud, so I still got Bud at 6 and 7. And I want to say this: shout out to everybody and how you think and your opinion. Shout it. We not always gonna have the same, outcome on thought. So shout out to everybody in their individuality. You understand? But Bud gonna tap that ass, and Bud gonna tap anybody else's ass that get in the ring with him. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now, because you said something about Bud fans, but you gotta know. Liz Low, no matter who it was, I said, let's do it. When Thurman was talking shit, even though he wasn't 100%, I was like, let's do it. And I want to say one thing about this Benavides, because people love to throw this one-legged thing out. Shout it. The man got shot in 2016. He got back in the ring in 2018, and he fought 2 people before he fought Bud. So I just want to put that out there with that one-legged thing. Y'all be trying to kill that, but that ain't nothing, shout it. Bud forever gonna whoop ass like he do. And we gonna take Kell Brook ass out. No dissing involved. Shout out to the UK. And that's gonna be what it is. And we gonna see y'all at the next fight. So shout out to everybody. I'm out this thing.
You and I both know he was on one leg, man.
Shout out the ball, champ.
You and I both know that shit, man. Like you said, he fought 2 people. Who are they, man? At least mention them. You know what I'm saying? They can't. People like to talk about Danny fighting Granados or Ivan Redcatch. At least we know their name. Who are those 2 people? That's all that matters, man.
Who's that?
Just a bunch of
Get in the ring and swing, man.
They be fluffing.
Just another man.
Yo, they be fluffing up them top-ranked records, man. I'm telling you, man. All day, every day. Just keep
I wonder if the UK riding with Kell on this one.
They gotta be. What do you
They
mean?
better not. They better not.
They gotta be.
Let me
They
go
usually
to
do. They usually do.
Majimbe, Kelokan.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
Yo, can you break down the philosophy behind hashtag Pie King?
All right, so we don't use the word bum around here, but it has the same connotation. So he fights pies, which equals to he fights bums.
A king who eats pies.
Yes, tons of them. Strawberry, blueberry, apple pie, pumpkin pie, all those pies. That's what he consumes. Let's really talk about it. On his record right now at 147, what welterweight is in the top 10? Velasquez, he's top 15, but not top 10. Kell Brook, his last time fighting at welterweight was in 2017, and he's gonna fight him now, sucking him down. Oh, you guys want to talk about Canelo always sucking down people? They are sucking him down. This is top rank diet completely. This is a guy that everybody knows is over the top, and you guys want to compare him to being great. Well, how is he great? What on his...
Cut it.
And is he great?
Are you not entertained?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Magnolia.
Yeah, I ain't out the Magnolia, but I'm out the Nolia. You heard me? New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. East side. Look, check this out, though. You heard me? How my audio sound, first of all, before I just go on and live.
You good.
Alright, cool. Look, I like the interview with Brian Custer, you know what I'm saying? I like when Bud in that setting, like, you know what I mean? It just, he can keep it all the way real. Ain't nobody gassing him up. It just, everything just seemed real, you know what I mean? I like that interview right there. I like when Bud in that setting. ESPN, they just, you know, they doing what they supposed to do. That's their fighter. They supposed to pump him up. I understand that. So the relentless thing, that was good, night promotion, everything. Just the one when they said about the welterweight division, that's the only one I kind of had a problem with. I'm like, damn, like, why y'all just didn't name this shit the Buzz Show? You feel me? Cause it just seemed like that's what it was all about. But they got this fight coming up, so I don't know. Maybe they just tried to change up the title, whatever, to get more people to tune in. I don't know. But the production was good on the Relentless and all that, and I like that. And
Cut it.
You already know, man. That production was good. I liked it. I like the whole dim the light setting, all that.
Stone Bone Boxing.
Stone Bone.
What up?
Why you always want to turn into like a gargoyle?
That's that conspiracy theory in him. We've been watching them alien videos and shit all morning. So, hey, but yeah, man, I liked it. I liked it. The Relentless, man. Like you said, it had good theater. Ward got the narrator voice. He know how to make it a dramatic moment. I think the Brian Custer interview was probably more substance. So shout out to your sponsor, man. That was a great interview. Broke a lot of news. That need to be checking that out. I don't know, man. I'm pretty much lost now. I watched that show. It wasn't that big a deal to me. It's shocking to me that people are upset that you get two different opinions on a show versus on a lot of these shows. It's just like everybody agreed, this is it, and then we move to the next thing. It was a little give and take right there.
See, that's my issue. When the give and take started, it was like, yo, you Timmy, and this is the way it got to go. It's like, oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. You right, Dre. You right, Dre. He literally said, oh, I see what you're saying. You right, Dre. He literally saying, no, he ain't ducking. What you mean? Getting all excited, exhaling loud, and then all of a sudden it's like, nah, you right, Dre. So that's my issue. I don't
get him a brown paper bag.
I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with them having two different opinions. I have an issue with, but he didn't hold his stance. He didn't think Spence was ducking, and then all of a sudden Dre says something, and it's like, oh yeah, you right. He is ducking. I guess he is avoiding. It's like, oh, champ, what happened? Like, what happened, man? What happened?
You just hit him with,
Hey, what happened?
Exactly. What happened, man? You went from that to that. Let me see. We got Trey in the Bay. What up?
What's good?
What up?
Hey, man, can I get one of them nut protectors, though?
I mean, Francis, he coming out with his own line. It's called Frankie's Nuts.
hey, I watched the little episode, man. That shit was good, man. I really didn't even pay the analyst that much attention. I was more paying attention to Bud and a lot of stuff he had to say, and I totally agree with King, man. He was pretty honest. I just want to see good fights. We'll see if Brooks still got it. We'll find out if he washed or not, right? If he gets smoked in the first 30 seconds, we'll find out. And this, last but not least, how I make it to Florida before you? Stop playing this. Get your ass down here.
But what you mean? You bought already?
Say what? Nah. I'm just down here working.
I was about to say, cause damn.
I should have lied to you to make it interesting, though.
Nah,
Right.
I would have just thought you richer than I already think you are. You know what I'm saying? Because if you bought already, you know, I'm finding it very difficult, man. I'm trying, believe me. I thought I was. I'm still holding out hope to be there before the snow actually drops. Like I'm not trying to be here. I'm not trying to be here.
Yo, it would be Frankie's nut
shoveling snow.
protector,
I
man.
wanna
Yeah,
be
for sure.
free.
Yo, what's
Call
wrong
you
with
with
nut
your
protectors?
Yo,
There's something wrong
we
with
don't do nut protectors, man.
Yeah, we know it's a cup,
No,
okay?
No, because
Yo,
if you're a
protect
female,
your
you're not gonna
nuts.
call it a nut protector, champ. You're
Yeah,
gonna call it a
man.
cup.
Boxing is unisex. Why you acting like that, Champy?
Hey, you know, he's lost.
Who?
He got dropped off at longitude 105.
I hear you. I hear you. Yo, you know what? I'm convinced it's a software issue because we hear you, man. Like, I hate that. I hate that.
We hear you. We hear you. We hear you.
You hear me now, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. And that's what I'm saying. I always heard
Go away! Go back to the docks where you belong.
You talking about dropped off. Anyway, we got Coach Boomerang. Coach Boomerang is actually Coach Myers, but he's not there. So there is no Boomerang. So then we go down to JP
Boomerang.
in Long Beach to say good morning.
Long Beach in the house.
Yeah, what up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning.
What up?
El
Yeah.
Chocolatito.
Yeah. Chocolatito in this mug. No surprise for me that Bud shows well for himself. He's never shown me over these years a sucker moment. He's never had a sucker moment. My only criticism has been his dealings with those goddamn criminals over there at Top Rank. As far as the fight goes, I got something like a Hagler Hearns. I got a smoke fest. I got this thing in 4. It's because Brook, as he does every time, he's going to touch you. And he's going to touch you good with that 1-2. But the thing is with Bud, kind of like in the Golovkin fight, after he gets touched, he coming. And Kell can't run. So it's going to be a shootout to the end. So I got a hot one, man. And I think it'll end soon. That's my call.
Alrighty then.
He said he coming for the kill.
Coming for the muerte.
It's hunting season.
Yo,
and
speaking of
chocolate
muerte,
brownies is
Speaking of muerte,
rabbit
did you see Berlanga, man? I wanted to do a show on that, but y'all stay ducking me, man. But you seen Berlanga, like, yo.
Speaking of that, why do we confirm that we got shows and that we got to quadruple confirm that we got shows? Are we not like held accountable to our word? Like,
because that same reason, you see people don't show up and they duck Texas. You be like, yo, what up? We rocking. Everybody be like, crickets. But anyway.
Yo, my IG's been not working on my phone, but then I went on the computer and it's working.
Oh, happy you're back on IG.
I'm back. Damn.
Formerly known as I was on TikTok, I'm no longer on TikTok.
But not, I'm with it.
I was formerly on TikTok. I'm no longer on TikTok, but evermore TikTok, nevermore. Man, shut up.
Yeah. Yo, while we got a little break in the action, we got a lull in the action, man. I just want to bring up, I want to shout out all the fighters who are stepping up and participating in Border Wars. You know what I'm saying?
Who's stepping up?
They putting on they're putting in the gum shield. They're putting on their headgear. They're putting on their cup
Nut protector.
and their gloves, and and they're gonna go in there and they're gonna put it all on the line. They're gonna compete. So you know what I mean. We're gonna start from our main event, much anticipated main event. Before we get to our main event, we definitely got to shout out our celebrity referee, Steve Willis, who's going to be in the building.
Yes.
He's going to be refereeing all the events, all the bouts. My apologies. He's going to be refereeing all the bouts for Border Wars 9 in Dallas, Texas. Our own very Doomy is going to have night off. He's going to be able to help in so many other ways. So we're looking forward to that break for a change. And let's see how it works out and goes forward. So yeah, the first fight, the main event, is much anticipated bout between Marvin, who's from the Texas area, and you have Rel, who is from Detroit by way of now New Mexico. Ness, you want to give a little backstory on them real quick for the people who may not know.
Not really, man. Both of them dudes ducking me, so I don't really care. Nah, I'm joking. Marvin is one of our biggest weight loss stories. Obviously, him starting his first Border Wars now 3 fights ago at 248 pounds. This fight's taking place at 185. So just another double shout out to Keem in Florida, who did that in one Border Wars training camp. Shout out to what real hard work looks like. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that diminishes anything that Marvin has done. Is just, it's just a little friendly competition. You know what I mean? Get it together. You know what I mean? That being said, Marvin did start at 248. And, he's going to be fighting at 185. He actually won belts at 185. First one belt and then went on to unify versus the very dangerous and well-known Anthony Edwards from Cincinnati, the Queen City Cobra, who's also coming back on Border Wars 9. But, yeah, Rel is from, Detroit, living in New Mexico, training in Mexico for this fight with former fighter Hector Munoz. This fight actually got picked up by the local New Mexico news. They read Mario's press release that we posted on theboxingvoice.com. Obviously, many people been going there from all the many years that we have been publishing stories, and that one was no different. It got picked up. The fact that, they're fighting and Munoz is training. New Mexico got behind it, which is a big shout out to Rel and Marvin. Their main event really getting more publicity than just our website and platform, which is what I'm saying. I'm not saying we better than anybody, but I feel like you get a lot more promotion than you would in the amateurs here. So, go be an amateur. But this fight, actually, this Border Wars,
especially with the before and afters, not to cut you, especially with what we're doing, man.
Yeah, no, you just get more out of Border Wars. Obviously, amateurs is going to take you to that next level, but, we'll talk in 10 years. That being said, especially this card, like, it's all amateurs. Let's be real, right? Sean is an amateur. Sean Jones, Mission Impossible. He's fighting Catch the Dad at 190, who's also an amateur. Marvin, the main event, has amateur dreams and is now training at Earl Spence's gym, R&R Boxing, where it all started for Earl.
Yeah, his former gym. His former gym.
Yeah, where it all started for Earl. That's why I didn't say former, because I said where it all started for Earl. This guy's back just to correct me. I see that. Yo, me and Mario, 2021, me and Mario, I'm picking another cherry. That's right. Yo, so then you got Rel, who obviously wants to be an amateur and a pro, right? Then, who else is on this card?
Hold on, so let me finish up. Yeah, so this one I'm really looking forward to right here. This is for Surefire D, and I'm saying out of the Texas area, taking on Elias Lioness, the Lioness.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For Surefire D is a 6-0 amateur. So shout out to For Surefire D for being an amateur, opening his book, getting those amateur fights, and still coming over here to fight with us and getting some real promotion. Hopefully, one of my future guests get an eye on you guys, and you can, either. There's so many doors that can open. You can become someone's sparring partner. Someone can take a liking to you and they want to train you. Someone can take a liking to you and motivate you to keep training and believe in you to be a better pro or a better amateur or a pro. But then anyway, whatever. We got for Surefire D 6 amateur fights, and Elias, I want to say anywhere between 5 and 7. So another amateur. This is a fully stacked amateur card. I'm telling you. Keep going.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this fight because Elias is coming off of his lone loss to Mitty, who is 3-0, pound for pound, #1 ranked in Border Wars. So let's see, and for Surefire D's coming off a win over Sean Mission Impossible Jones. So let's see how this fight's going to work out. Two skilled fighters going to put their amateur pedigree on display. Also, we got a very own Mario Money May Munguia taking on King Amin of Essex. That fight is going to be must-see as well, just with the height and reach disparity, but also the power that Mario carries. He's also a host of TBV, and that You know what I mean? That carries some weight. He's definitely A side. He's coming off a loss to Keem. You can definitely go check out that video on Patreon if you haven't. Go ahead there and check it out. You get to hear what he has to say before and after the fight. Respect for his opponents. Also, you got Machine Gun versus Chris Vega. Machine Gun versus Chris Vega.
Yo, Vega is in the service too. Which one? I don't want to disrespect. You know, Doomy,
I'm not sure.
Doomy, you know.
Doomy's gone to the bathroom.
Oh man, Mario, do you know? He ain't
I
write
don't.
no press release. Where your press release at? You falling off. You better be in the gym.
In the gym, and we also, you know what? That's a good point. I need to get them press releases.
Okay, so we also got Eric Cruz versus Ringwalk Danny. That fight's
Damn,
gonna be
if you haven't seen that redemption story video
by Eric Cruz.
that Eric Cruz dropped, you better go look at that, man.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom when you asked about the service. I think he's a Marine.
Oh yeah, you're in the bathroom.
It's in a baño. You know what I'm saying? I did the sign. I threw it up there like Batman. Anyway, yeah, I think the man's a Marine. Shout out to Vega for coming back too. You know.
That's right.
You know,
Takes a lot.
Yeah, it takes a lot, and that's what you see. That's how you see the character in people. You know what I'm saying?
Is he coming off a loss, Doomy?
Yeah, he's coming off a loss.
They're both coming off a loss, right?
Yeah.
Him and Machine. This is awesome. Go ahead.
I actually, before I got to see these two get in the ring and share the ring, I kind of got to see a little bit of Vega moving around, and I thought that Vega, was a future. I thought a future prospect, off the eye test, but. It all goes with the training, you know what I'm saying? And the preparation that you made. I didn't know too much of Vega. I didn't know what preparations he took at that time. I didn't know too much. But I'm hoping that this time around he's, learned from the experience he's already had here at Border Wars. And, he's making his return. So kudos to you, champ,
Got to put the work in.
Right.
in. Listen,
Also, you got Big Supermax versus
real quick.
Okay.
Real quick, I just want a quick shout out to my man Slim Cutter all the way in Mississippi. Listening to the show, and boxing is a small world. He just texts Stonebone on Instagram like, "Yo, I didn't know you listened to the boxing. No, I heard you. I just heard you on the Boxing Voice." So two people who freaking are family in two different parts of the world. We all know Stonebone's in Connecticut and in Denver. And Stonebone, shame on you. You should have been told him about the show. I tell you to tell a friend and tell a friend. We need a subscriber. Slim Cutter, I hope you already subscribed. We're trying to get to 117,000, but that's dope, man. That's dope. You know what I mean? Two different places, listening to the show, family, and they ain't even tell one another about it, which in one way sucks that y'all ain't tell each other, but in another way is dope that we found y'all either way. Boom! Back to Francis.
Right,
Straight
so
up.
we got Big Supermax versus Smoke 'em Out
So
Jay.
you want to fight Supermax too? I heard you, man. Big Stupid Max. What? That ain't
No,
sound.
What?
That's what
I
that
was gonna
sounded
say-
like. Play the
I was
rebrand.
No. Don't put smut on my name. Don't put smut on
Bruh,
my
I mean, look,
Yeah,
you might be a little
you're putting
tipsy
smut on
off
my
the,
name.
off the bud,
Alright,
and you're
chill,
mispronouncing shit. I don't know what's going on.
Fall back.
He
Big
said fall
Supermax
back,
versus,
small
versus
back.
Smoke 'em Out Jay. That one's much anticipated.
Big boys are
Supermax
back.
Hey man, listen, Smoke 'em Out Jay sound like he got raw power.
Yes.
If you listen to him,
No,
hitting
you gotta
that
watch
mitt.
the pad
He doesn't
work.
have much technique. You know what I mean? But the power, you
But
can
they're
tell is
sparring
there.
there too. He's got a long right hand, bro. You got to be careful, man. And Supermax ain't the best getting off the line, man. J-Mac.
He's not, but he's
J-Mac,
fast.
is you
Supermax
working?
is fast.
Is you working, J-Mac? Because that's your guy. You got to get him to move his face off the freaking line. Because
That right hand's gonna thump him, like
exactly.
Sony did to Tank, right?
Exactly.
Right hand landed flush a few times,
Yo,
right, Doomy?
Yeah,
man.
That right
In
hand.
that fight, you a
listen.
reference, so you got the the up close and personal.
Yo,
Yeah, they were landing shots.
Sony versus Smoke 'em Out looks good.
Ooh,
either way,
that would
either
be-
way.
yeah.
Like if Smoke 'em Out wins or if Smoke 'em Out loses, that's still a good fight. So because they're very similar in height, build, and no, not build. Obviously, Smoke 'em Out needs to lose a few more pounds, but the athleticism is there, though. I see in Smoke 'em Out. Yo, Supermax in a tough fight. My man better be working. Where his bone, you better be working.
Yo, white boy talking about his
I'd like to see you fight Smoke 'em Out, Jay,
his
though.
business trip was canceled. Is there still time?
There's time. There's time. Oh my God! But you got to fight at 175. maybe even 180, bruh. But you get a big fish. Hit me up. I got a big fish for you. Late notice. That's how it is, yo. You know, you don't get.
Is he getting the Andy Ruiz right now?
You don't get big opportunities with 8 weeks notice. So sometimes you gotta be that B-side that takes it on short notice. You gotta be that dog, that dude that the people get behind because he took it on short notice. And listen, you getting a cherry in my opinion. This dude, he's never fought, and the anxiety level, you've been hearing it on the show year after. I mean, I don't even know if he'll take the fight just because your name is that one white boy.
He's a potato.
His name is Robert Ortiz, the drummer from Escape the Fate. He's looking to finally get in the ring. Like, he's ready. His fight pulled out on him. Yes, he wants a fight. But I don't know that he'll take white boy. I just don't know, but we can try. We can try.
Why not? Why not? Because, Rob, if you're listening to the show right now.
He's selective.
He said he can have some sparring tonight or tomorrow.
He's selective.
Ooh, that one white boy. Yo, that one white boy. If you're serious
Send
and
it.
Rob takes this, you getting the
big
opportunity.
Fight. You're getting a big fight. You're getting a celebrity. We've been trying to get this guy to be in Border Wars for years, man. If you get this fight and you make it happen, instant.
Don't sleep that one white boy. Rob know how to throw hands.
No, he's good. I've sparred him. He's not small. You're gonna be, if you was trying to fight out, I hope
He's at 165.
He's at 165. Nah,
but he said I'll fight him.
All right. He's not
He
small.
said I weigh 165, but I'll fight him.
You see, he fast on the drums.
We'll try. We'll try and get you a catch weight of 175. You come in under. And we suck him all the way down. What is he at? Who? Robert?
165.
Robert Ortiz is probably right now, because he's been training, probably right now like 190, maybe 180 something, waiting to get to either 180 or because we haven't been able to solidify a fight.
Time. You got time.
We haven't been able to solidify a fight
training.
for him.
He's pretty good.
I'm sorry.
That's a great fight, though. I don't know how great it is, which I got to see how you look. I know that he's good, but he is the shyest person out there. That's why he hasn't fought yet, because he's afraid of what it's going to look like. He overthinks himself. It's crazy. But
All right, so to finish off the card, we just got a few more to go. We got Ant versus Ambrose. That fight should be most anticipated with all the athleticism on display. You also got Sean Mission Impossible Jones taking on Catch a Dad, which is Anthony
Catch the Dad.
Anthony Catch the Dad. You also got Karma Surge, who's going to be taking on Antonio Gonzalez. Damn, I didn't get the updated. Anyways, and then you got Daniel Fernandez taking on Corey to round off the card. So
also amateur. Corey is a Golden Gloves champion, 14 amateur fights, and Donnell has 3 amateur fights. So he's stepping up, and this is the storyline. You're going to get behind the guy that has 14 amateur fights and the Golden Gloves and see just how good he is, and maybe, I don't know, dream big for him and hope to see him continue his amateur career. Or will you sway and fall on the guy that has only 3 amateur fights, that thinks he can be the dude with 14 fights? You know what I'm saying? 140-pound division is going down. I got another 140-pound fight that I'm still working on. I mean, there's a lot, man. It's huge, man. It's huge, and it's starting to be exactly what we need it to be.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Buckle
But
up,
anyway, we
buckle
gotta
up,
let
buckle
y'all
up.
go. I think I owe Stonebone about. Did I know I gave him his boomerang or nah? Say yes or nah. Nah, Stonebone, yes or nah?
To infinity and beyond.
No, not yet.
Go for it.
Nope, not yet. Yeah, what up? Oh yeah, that's my one of my mom's little sister's sons, man. One of my cousins down in Mississippi, man. I ain't even talked to him in years either. So, but they just had a little COVID scare. So, man, I'm praying for my family. His old lady had she worked in the field, so we praying for all of them. But they tested negative, so everything is good on that end. One of my aunts died down there in Mississippi from COVID. My aunt up in Omaha had it, so it's been going around, man. Y'all be safe. I'm ready for the fight, man. I'm getting a little excited. I seen the odds is getting people to talk. I seen a few
what's the name? Call them the alphabet channels have gone ahead and called it upset and picked Kell Brook. So I'm very interested in.
Who picked?
Oh no, a lot of the channels, the YouTube channels are picking Kell Brook for the upset. So I'm ready for it. It's gonna be like a 6-round fight, 7-round knockout. It's gonna be a good show. I'm liking your boy is back too on the card, ain't he, Ness? Elvis Presley. I think he back on the card.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, they moving him through. He gonna get a big fight 2021. Ness about to have another flag running around in the studio. Like, yeah. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. Get to that Custer interview, man. Your sponsor here appreciate that because that's what everybody talking about. The 3 months left on Top Rank. This being the last fight. Is he signing with PBC? Now it ain't the speculation. Y'all can hear it from him. You can hear it from Bomac said less than 90 days, and you can hear what's finna happen. So I'm ready. Let's get this fight done. Let's get this body caught, and then let's move on. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Let's hope that he gonna follow in the big fish's footsteps. That is Canelo, and be a free agent. He don't gotta sign with PBC if he can make a fight with PBC. You know, that's all he gotta do. Just don't be with somebody that makes it difficult to work with. That's all. You know, get up out of that and let's play ball, man. Because look, what's this dude's name? Yo, Canelo offered the fight twice to Plant now.
Dude,
So, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Dude is a hair in the elephant's ass, you know.
But anyway, man, yo, we out of here in SGTO. Actually, we got my Jinbe on the boomerang and one other caller. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So I see Steve there. So we're going to go to Steve real quick first. What's up? You don't hear me?
Nah. Just, when you call somebody a dude, you're calling him a hair on the elephant's ass.
Nah,
but it's
man, that's you. That's you, bro. Nobody's even thinking like that. But yo,
I'm messing with you.
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingWiz.com.
Oh, Steve's just listening. All right, we're going out to a brand new caller. We never heard from you before, and your name starts with an O. Oh.
Righty then.
Ends in 93. Your username ends in 93. You just got to unmute.
Hello?
Yay! Hello, champion. How are you?
Hey, TBV. I'm good. You can call me Olu for short. I'm from London, so it's evening over here, so good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah, I watched the Relentless thing on YouTube, and I thought Terence came across pretty well. You don't really hear much from him, and I like when he does the little interviews, the little documentary type things with ESPN. The production quality is always good, and when he does talk, he says stuff with substance. He doesn't just talk shit like Adrian Broner and etc. On the fight itself, I'm rooting for Kell Brook. The whole of the UK is rooting for Kell Brook, but the writing's on the wall, man.
So they sticking behind Kell.
Yeah, we want him to win, but Terence is probably gonna win.
You're conflicted.
Kell's not been the same.
You're conflicted.
Yeah, man. Ever since GGG broke that eye socket, he's not been the same guy. It's a real shame, but.
What do you think about the talks of him being the Terminator now? You know.
Nah.
Steel face.
Cut it.
Jinbe boomerang. My Jinbe boomerang.
He said, nah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to reiterate that Custard interview was pretty good. Very interested to see what's gonna happen with him if he decides to leave. If he does not leave again, because this will be the second time, he's ducking. He's the one that's ducking. And then to my boy Brandon. Listen, man, I'm a broke boy, but I'll be your Huckleberry for that Earl Bud fight. I don't got much money, but I got something. So holla at me. We'll do it that way. Yo, but great show, guys.
He took the bet.
He said, "I got something."
I'll be
I got Trey in the bay.
That was a great
Trey
line.
in the bay.
Trey in the bag. Come on down.
Una vez, dos veces. All right, it's over. We got to go. Hard stop. I'm going live on Patreon with this new show called Side Hustle. We're going to have our guest Jose on, and he might be bringing someone else on in the next coming days. So if you're interested, Trey is there. What's up?
I say give it to Stonebone.
Oh, Stonebone, go.
Stonebone.
Oh, hey, and yeah, let's be clear. Bud is the top dog on ESPN, and he is one of the top dogs in boxing welterweight division. So by them, but hey, listen, that don't matter. Listen,
Nah,
if you called him
Lomachenko lost, they want to treat him all nice.
Hey, listen, even when did you watch the show when they said, when those people said number one pound for pound, he said, hey, so the guys on this stage, Terence Crawford is our number one pound for pound. Before the fight, during the press conference for it, them dudes said, hey, they can say he number one, but in our eyes, the guy who's fighting on November 14th is number one pound for pound. It's just like we don't respect. Listen, every day I hear you pressure Mario into flip-flopping. Now it's something different because Ward point. How you know he just didn't convince him? Maybe you just convinced Mario one day. He said, no, right. He always say, you know what, Ness, you're right.
Oh, you only get a minute. Ness GTO, Instagram,
White
and
boy
Twitter.
trying to call in, yo.
Ness GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. I got to see you on Patreon for a live show. It's called The Side Hustle. Come check us out with our business expert, Canadian Jose. You know how long I've been telling you how rich this guy is and how many businesses he has? Well, come find out some tips for all us entrepreneurs starting right now on Patreon only. Catch us on the next one. No time for outros. Arrivederci.